Welcome to Monster Sports and Entertainment. Enjoy the show.
Hello everyone! Y'all can hear me. Y'all can't see me though yet.
Going to third, that would have been something else. It would have been a race. But Swanson was starting to have that momentum carrying towards the bag at second. Would have been fun to see Jazz Chisholm make a move. There's another youngster in Sierra. This is the play. So you see Chisholm, he's going, they want the ball hit to the right side, but because of where in the long throw, Riley would have been there. But Chisholm's already passed second, so it would have been a race between Chisholm and Freddie Freeman's arm to see who got to third first. 1-0. Missed outside to Magnarice Sierra. Couple of hits in game one. Went 0 for 2 yesterday before Lewis Brinson came in and pinch hit for him and took over in center field. I love Tom's comments about Chisholm. He wants to be Derek Jeter, play 20 years, hit 400.
How is everyone? Welcome to Monster Sports and Entertainment. I'm just trying to
That's it. Aim high, man. Aim high.
fix something here. There we go.
Bouncing ball to Acuna at second. That'll move Chisholm to third. Sierra retired. And there's 2 away for the 9-hitter Chad Wallach. Of course, Derek Jeter is the CEO of the Miami Marlins, part of the ownership group with Bruce Sherman. And a lot of people would maybe describe Miami as ahead of schedule. It's a little hard because it was a 60-game season. The playoffs were expanded. But
how is everyone today?
Derek Jeter the other day, he was
Everyone
straight
doing
up
well?
about it. Hey, the future is now. We're not going to have the mindset that we're going to wait a year or wait 2 years. We're here to win now. They need to win today to extend their season.
Ooh, up.
Here's
There
Wallach.
it is.
Taking a
Ooh,
strike.
that's the bread.
I'm looking at that lineup and I'm just thinking if Starlin
Oh,
Marte
yeah.
was in there,
Sure, great point.
you know, that would make it even more
Looking
deep.
good.
That is a big bat, a big athlete, big time player who's got postseason experience taken out of your lineup. That's a big miss for them.
Waves and misses, and it's 0-2. So an opportunity for Wright to get out of this inning after the leadoff man reached base.
And I'm noticing every time Wright gets runners in scoring position, he runs right to the slider. He did it in the first inning, and he just did it to Sierra, but he fell behind 2-0, and then he's thrown 2 sliders in a row here to get ahead of Wallach 0-2.
Hello everybody. Blaze Radio's in the chat. Set one. Chilling out. I am breathing. I am also breathing. That's a plus. Whoa, I don't need to zoom in that much. Hey, there we go. Hello everybody. How's everybody doing on this fine Thursday afternoon? I have a night class tonight, and I'm not excited for it. I'm not ready. It also depends on the professor that's teaching the night class. So we have 3 different professors. Oh, I know who it is. I don't know how long his are. Probably full 3. Because because we have 3 different teachers for my night class. Why am I so pale? I look so pale. I'm never... Hello? Oh, I know why I'm pale. I didn't really go out a lot this summer. Usually I go swimming like all the time during the summer, but I just never did. I'm just gonna put on some music here. Every single time I stream, I forget about the music. Every time. Every time I stream. Where is... Alright. So, go backwards then. I'm gonna do it this way. There we go. Hey. Should also probably turn it on to like maximum overdrive. Put on the Nitro Sense Cool Boost. Okay, it's fine. Cool Boost is on, so that's a good thing. It is the end of the second now. Came on a little bit later, had class late today. Class ended at 2 o'clock, which is when the game started. Although my class is supposed to end at 2:30, but it ended at 2 o'clock early because they were like, we don't want to do too much before the reading week. Amy! What's going on, Amy? How you doing? I don't know if you can hear me though, but I don't know if she can hear me. Yeah.
Inning for Sanchez, 22 in the second.
For sure, sent one.
Braves loaded the bases with nobody out, but could not scratch home a run against Sanchez. So now second time through the order.
Did you start a call? Oh, you accidentally did. No, you did. You're on a call, by the way, if you didn't know.
Acuña's going to take all the way. Another 3-0 count from Sanchez.
Whoop.
He just looks a little bit off. Everything is up. It hasn't been sharp. First inning, the
Yeah, you
Braves
started a
throwing some
call if you
pitches,
didn't
but
know
now
that.
they're not.
You're currently on
3-0 green
FaceTime.
light at 100 miles an hour.
And interesting, after game one, when they hit Acuña, the first 3 pitches were all in. He kind of gave a...
Are you aware that you're on a video call? Oh, okay, now it isn't. Okay, I want to make
Take
sure.
a 5-pitch walk. He's aboard to lead off the third inning.
Maddie, I went on extra state last night. Oh, I didn't get
Back
to
in
stay
the
long. It was
second
really
inning.
interesting. Oh my
Bases
gosh.
loaded, nobody out. Huge pitch to Duvall at 100.
I don't know how you get on top of that.
He was staying long. It was
You know,
really
I mean,
interesting. Oh, jeez.
very few hitters are going to be able to stand up to 100 miles an hour at that height and put any kind of goodwill on it. That was a great pitch, and he needed it.
That was the first out of the inning. Runner goes, Acuña. The throw down to second, and Acuña is in a scoring position. His second stolen base of the playoffs.
There we go.
Able to take advantage of Wallach, and Acuña will be at second base with nobody out. A little shaken after that.
Got a great jump. Makes somebody
Ooh.
angry. The way they've done Acuña, he gets on first. Now they're going to check at the replay.
Could be close if there is a challenge here, and there is.
Wait, no, here you go.
I can't tell if you're like serious or not.
What do you got? Stay proud. This is where it
I
gets
thought you
fun.
were going to ask me something controversial. Let's see what it is.
Hard to fully tell when the hand was on the back, but it looked like it took a really long time for the glove to get to Acuña. And if that's the
Hold on.
case, and he's already safe at second, then I don't know if there would be enough to overturn the call. You do get one additional manager's challenge during the postseason, so each manager has 2 with which to work.
I didn't see anything from that view particularly that caused me to go, well, he's clearly out.
Right,
You know,
right.
But they've had a couple reversals so far that really surprised me. They probably have a lot more angles and stuff than we have.
Yep.
Well, that second angle, our camera crew,
Bring it across in holy
was the
water.
one for me that looked like he was safe. The slow-mo kind of from the side.
Yeah, it's just hard to tell. Plus the shoe of Rojas, the cleat, is kind of blocking.
Hey, Damien, what's going on, Damien? How you doing?
A lot to parse here, but if indeed there is a lot to parse, you would think it's just inconclusive, and you got to leave him at
There we go.
safe.
That's the angle for me that looks like he's safe. Looks like his hand hits there.
Yeah.
And his glove hasn't quite got his hand's on the base with the oven mitt he has.
The first person I ever saw to wear that mitt was Rafael Furcal. That mitten there.
You have to do a replay.
Keeps your hand from getting
Yep.
broken when you
They're
slide
not
into
sure
that
if
Yep.
he's safe or not.
So indeed, Acuña is safe.
Oh, he is safe.
First stolen base of the series for the Braves against this Miami catching staff. And Acuna, with nobody out, is in a scoring position for Freddie Freeman, who is down in the count 0-1.
Watch this at bat. I feel like
Atlanta
Freddie Freeman's
at
going to do
bat.
everything in his power. He's going to dive out over the plate and try to hit a ground ball.
He's getting them over here. That's
Stop
what
calling
In his
me
mind,
Sean.
He is
He
thinking,
breaks
I
in
am
your
getting at
geesh.
least Acuna. He's going to try and drive him in at the same time.
Oh, Tripper Baby's just chilling
So
outside.
with home plate umpire and crew chief Mark
I
Wegner,
got my rosary. I'm good.
they trying to clarify the count.
It was a strike.
Rosary,
Oh,
the
no.
cross, the Bible, and your holy water.
Well, better get it right. What do you call it, though?
Pitch went inside. I was looking for a call from Wegner. Never saw it.
He must have called that ball.
The big board here at the stadium, the Jumbotron, has it as a strike, as do we, but obviously... Freeman
Hello,
wants to make
Rodriguez.
sure-
Rodriguez. No.
My question is, does he go over
Rodriguez.
there and he look at himself and say, I don't
I
remember
didn't
what I
see what your first
a
is.
minute ago. You don't remember he called
Is
it
it
a ball or a
class?
strike?
He might be looking at that
Class.
square going, hey, did he hit
Hello,
the square?
class Rodriguez. What's going on? How you doing?
While they're checking this out, we have a quick word
Ooh,
from
Davey
Google
sharing his
Cloud.
popcorn. No fair. I'm only kidding, Molly. Okay, because I was like, oh wait, like inside joke with your dad and I. Oh, I was like, wait, what? I was like an exorcist tape. Just chillin', says Damien. Nice, nice. Chillin's always good.
Strike ball.
I don't know.
After this, I gotta fill out a
His replay went for pretty quick.
Worksheet,
Called second.
and
It was
then-
a really long one.
Well, and now you got Sixto Sanchez waiting out
I
there.
fill out a
on
worksheet,
the mound.
and
He's
then
having
I'm
to
done
throw a couple
my
of warm-up
assignment.
tosses in between as well.
I just don't know what they could possibly be looking at. Is he looking at and Wagner, the home plate crew chief?
Hands Amius
he doesn't
work
see the
on filled with
replay, so
holy
he's just
water.
sitting there,
Probably say
whoever's
this
in New
works
York
too.
is
Good
telling
luck.
him It was a strike or it was a ball.
I didn't see him lift the right arm.
Squish
but
bread and
he,
butter.
But he is a little slower
Hands
to get that
AMYAMOR,
arm.
squish
Yep,
bread
here's
and
a
butter.
delayed call.
Sometimes I go, man, I need that pitch. And then he called it a strike.
It was
Yeah,
glitching
so
there. I
you
was
have
like,
to
why is the TV
Hold back your
glitching?
reactions with certain umpires.
Amy at the haunted houses I see. LOL.
Yep, there he goes.
I
Now
love
they're confirmed. It's a
spooky.
1-0
I love
count.
spooky season. I love spooky paranormal things. I love it. Oh my gosh. I like watching the adrenaline, like the
Come on, make sure that
like spooky videos
understood what was
online,
happening here.
even if they're real or if they're not real. I enjoy watching them because they
I
give
don't
me
know
an
if I've ever seen
adrenaline
two
rush,
different replays
and I
on
love
one play.
adrenaline rush. I love the adrenaline
What
rush.
are you doing?
invoking your buddy, our man Hawk Harrelson.
That was 2 plays in a row where they had to.
Mark Burley's smiling somewhere right now as well.
I had to review it.
It's a 1-0 the count on Freeman.
enjoyed
Runner
myself,
at
Amy,
second
thank
and
you.
nobody out.
I'll tell you after. I'm not that kind of
He's
guy.
got plenty of speed at second base.
Eats it with bread, eats it with butter.
Freeman, off and aggressive, will lay off first pitch.
You two are
Or
weird.
next pitch, I should say.
So 2-0 here. Does he throw
I've
a
lost, but
That
it's
was
okay.
an interesting pitch call in
Fine.
the last one, too, because you don't want him to throw him something in the zone that he can easily get him over with, but you also got to worry because it's Freddie Freeman, potential MVP up there. You got
I
to
love
get
the
this guy
spooky,
out.
spooky things.
Swings
Also,
away.
always spooks
Over
me
the
out.
shortstop, Rojas.
He's always in
Dickerson
cahoots.
gets to it fast, and Acuna will hold up at third.
Ooh,
There's the
getting to
first
third
base hit of
now.
the series for Freddie Freeman.
First and
Sets up
third
runners in the
base
corners and nobody
are
out for the
loaded
Braves in the
for
third.
Atlanta.
Well, here we go again. Can he pull another Houdini and try to get out of this with no runs? Base loaded, no outs last inning. And it's been the walks really for
That's
Sixto
what
so far.
spooks me
They've
out.
heard 3 walks.
Well, this
Yeah,
stream
they
just got
to
creepy.
Acuna,
Oh.
and it's promptly steals second.
Sorry,
2
back.
walks
I was
last inning.
Feeling up the
Keep
bread with
putting
butter.
yourself in these
Said Zany
positions and keep
picks.
getting, especially
What?
against a lineup like the Braves, getting out of them.
And now you got the
I
NL
told you,
home run and RBI
Rex ain't
leader
here. She shoot
in
people.
Marcell Ozuna with 2 on and nobody out.
He needs to reboot the Demons Blaze.
First pitch swinging, and Marcell Ozuna gives the Braves the lead. Acuna scores, and it's 1-0
Ooh.
Game 3.
Atlanta!
Each one of these jams, too, that you get into early
Getting
on
a
in
point.
games really takes a lot out of you. Because you know that each
And that
pitch
is
you
man
throw
making
right
it
now
home.
is just hypersensitive, so important with guys on base especially. One pitch can lose you a whole series almost, it feels like, when you're pitching out there. So.
What is that? Oh, I know what it is.
Nice swing. Does exactly what he's supposed to. Just gets inside it. Had a little mini shift on him. Just shoots it to right
Blaze,
field.
about to fill my toilet.
Ew!
Ew!
Driving those runners from third with less than 2 outs.
Blaze is like, I need a poop timeout. Oh my god. Is it Cahoots spelled with a K?
Series, and now Darno swings at the first pitch.
Or is it? Or did they just change that for the name of the
Here's
game?
that momentum coming for the Braves as you're pitching
Blaze
out there.
seems to
You've got
be
to try
in
to find a way to
cahoots.
stop. You need an out right here. There's still no outs. You got first and second. You got to.
No, it's not with a K.
Oh.
Oh.
So this is a very, very, very important out for the Marlins right here.
I'm thinking the game Kahoot,
Even if the runners advance, you get an out. You've kind of
which is a very
stalled the
competitive
momentum
game.
a little bit.
Couldn't pull the trigger, and it's 0-2. Travis Darno. Communicating with the catcher Wallach, going over their signs, and there is action with James Hoyt. And the Miami bullpen loosening up behind Sanchez.
Ooh.
Ron Mattingly said he was going to manage with a
Caboose,
sense of
LOL.
urgency today.
Hey, I
rightfully so,
ain't
down
by
2-0 in
weird
the
and
series.
wacky. Deal
There
with
is
it,
no
people.
tomorrow for the Marlins if they lose
True,
this game.
true.
So yes, you have to have people ready.
In the air, right
Ooh.
center field. Sierra and Birdie ranging back, and it's
Oh my gosh, the ball's loose! Run, 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 run!
Score. Ozuna will score. Travis Darno continues to smoke here in Houston. It's 3-0 Atlanta.
Oh, it's now 3-0 Atlanta. Woo-hoo-hoo.
When you look back at this
At the
game,
top
at
of the
end
third,
game,
3-0
started it all.
Atlanta.
The walk.
Damian, baby,
Dreaded
what?
leadoff walk. And going,
I mean, it's funny because I'm trying to look for context, but there is no context. There's no context to begin with.
Leadoff walks.
Amy, did you enjoy your gentleman caller's choice of a date place last night? It had to be a first. Oh my gosh. Blaze, Amy's big
And that is
earrings
way out of the zone.
are in
Darno got a hold of
cahoots,
it.
sad trombone.
But the velo is
How about them
95.
door knockers?
One to Duvall
Earrings,
was 100.
people, earrings.
95, he was able to get on top of it. And a huge, huge hit. Another one for Travis Darno. And Acuna, he hates it. He's so excited. He's like, keep throwing at me, I'll keep scoring runs, guys.
Woohoo!
But look how far up that was, but there it is, 95 from Sanchez instead of getting it up to 98, 99, 100.
And that could be from the last inning where, he had to put a lot more into it to get out of those jams. So, you use up a lot of adrenaline too early in games, especially playoff
I don't
games
want
that
to
can
use
really
those
come back
big
to get you
big-
later on.
No,
That's something we
I'm
saw
dumb,
against the
dumbass.
Cubs as well. The
Remember
Cubs
when I was in
went down
elementary
the
school?
second, third time through the order,
And it was like in like
typical for
JK
a
or
lot of
SK.
pitchers, but we did
And
see that in Chicago for Sanchez as well.
when I was in
And this
kindergarten,
Braves
and we
offense
did this
continues to
like
get it done. All four have
play,
reached, three have
like this
scored,
like
still
play,
nobody out,
and there was
here's
like a
Hopkins,
lion tamer, and
who
then there was
walked
a
his first
lion.
time up.
I think I was upset because I didn't get to be the lion. There was something happened, and I was really
Swinging
upset
away,
about it
setting it to
because I
center.
didn't get to be who I
Sierra's
wanted to
there,
be.
makes the grab.
I think it was a lion tamer. I think. I don't remember, but I know we did something like that in elementary school. It was really weird. Also, there's a photo of me as a kid dressed up as a pirate. I don't know why.
The Braves, too. They haven't
There was like
missed
this
many
like
pitches
pirate
this inning.
thing that we did at school. I
Sanchez
don't know.
hasn't looked comfortable
I
since
had an eye
the
patch.
first inning was
I
quick,
didn't know what
easy,
was going
5
on. I
pitches.
think
The
I had an
second
eye
inning
patch.
was a struggle in the strike zone.
Oh, I also went to a pirate themed party.
The pitches he's
Oh my
throwing in
gosh!
the strike
Now,
zone,
oh my
he
gosh!
gets
Then we had to
the
find a
rough
treasure.
pitches. They're just
Oh my
pitches.
gosh!
Yeah.
I was at Emily's house. Emily's amazing. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
And now here's Dansby Swanson, who walked his first trip back in
I
the
don't know
second.
where I just went with that.
Home runs in each of the first two
Oops.
games of this set.
There it is.
Shift is on with
When
the
I was-
infield playing a little
When
bit
I
in.
first heard the oops, there it
Pretty
is.
much even with the
Whoop,
bags
there
on the
it
left
is.
side.
I thought it was saying whoop, that ass. D-A-T.
Yeah, I don't know that Sanchez
Ass,
has thrown
that's
an
what I was
off-speed
saying.
pitch for a strike,
Whoop,
other than the
that
one maybe
ass.
Duvall
It was
swung
like
at.
whoop, there it
Dobby's
is.
the one just
I
now
didn't
was
know
a
that.
changeup, wasn't it?
I didn't know that. Anyways.
Was it?
I didn't know
Changeup.
so. Hey Wally!
But
What's
those
going on,
changeups are
Wally? How you
real
doing?
Kinda
Wally,
high.
Wally, Wally.
Big cut from Swanson on that pitch out of the zone and low.
That was a good one. That was a good change. But
86.
if you one to
We
Marquez
got
and he hit the
this.
line drive, Dickerson made an amazing play on. Duvall kind of swung at one that was borderline, and Albies hit a
Wally.
rocket to center that just
Amy,
didn't get high
me?
enough.
When did you get
I mean,
drafted
that's
to
like the
pro
first
baseball?
true good changeup he's
Good
thrown.
for you.
Off the fist.
Okay, Dad, I don't know what's going on.
Underneath it, Darno's going to take off. Here's the throw from Bernie.
Amy is, oh
It's
Lord.
4-0 Atlanta. A sacrifice fly for Swanson.
You know what? Actually, I'd rather be ignorant. I'd rather not know.
Bernie looked like he didn't get.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss, and I think this is one of those moments where ignorance is
Kind of stuck
bliss.
up on him. Maybe might have gone a little farther than he thought it was going to.
I think he misjudged it a little bit. He came running in because he got jammed. Once he got jammed, so I think Bernie was going to know what to fall in front of him.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Atlanta getting another one. Oh, Atlanta at 4 now. Oh my gosh. Ignorance is bliss.
Here's the sound. He's like, okay, he's jammed. Oh no, I went too far. And then it's
Sometimes.
too late for him to back up. He gets nothing on the throw. Darno scores easily.
Yes, go Atlanta.
Here's Duvall. Ideally, you'd like to be a couple of steps back from where it's going to land. You can
Are they a
take
swordfish?
those couple of
Is
steps,
that their-
almost a running start into it to get ready for the throw. That's what you mean when you get.
Is
As
that-
an outfielder,
is
you
that-
want to kind of time it to where when you catch the ball, all of your momentum is going towards home plate. He had to get his momentum going after he caught the ball. And that's
Right.
just too much time.
Hello everybody, welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. Don't forget to
There's a
smash
change, and it's nothing
that
but
thumbs
2
up
on
button on your way in. Oh no, Radio Rex is here. Wee
Big
wee
inning
wee.
was the
Oh yeah.
difference in game 1 for the Braves. That came in the late innings.
This
So
will be
big
went to
inning
the
in the
market.
early
This will be at
frames
home. This will
here
be
in
at
game
roast
3
beef.
to take a
This will be
4-0
at none.
lead.
This will be the wee 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 all the way home.
And this is exactly what the Marlins couldn't do. They could not fall behind in this game, especially by more than 1 run. They haven't had the offensive firepower in this series. And now the Braves have all their bullpen lined up. I mean, Wright gets into any sort of trouble. You'll see Snicker go hard to try to finish this series and finish this game.
If you're Mattingly, do you think mid-game about switching Alfaro and some of these other guys in there that have to try to get to
Maybe
the offense
Joyce,
going?
Joyce and Alfaro maybe off the bench earlier than usual.
Damian cheering
Yeah,
from
but then you run
Miami.
into later in the game, you lose matchup possibilities. If something,
Yeah.
you know, if you trade him out in the 3rd inning, then what?
Duvall fouls it away and it stays
Ooh.
a 1-2.
It certainly makes Snicker's job easier to match up. He knows he doesn't have as many bench guys out there, so.
There are 2 outs for
Look
Atlanta.
at you here, and Mattingly chose these guys to start, so he's got to.
You see the Braves were very good during the regular season, have been great in the postseason when scoring first. Heck, in 3 of the 4 games, they were the only ones that scored.
I was going to say, it's easy to score first if you don't give up any runs.
No, I'm listening right now.
What an electric lineup when it's at its
Now I
best.
want roast beef. Arby's beef and cheese, here I come. Cheddar.
2-2 to Duvall.
With
there's a
curly
strikeout at
fries.
99
You have to
to
get
end the
curly
inning.
fries and Dr. Pepper.
4 runs, 3 hits, the leadoff.
Ooh. The 3rd was amazing for Atlanta. Atlanta got 4. Marlins. Is marlin a type of fish? Maybe. Arby's is amazing. I haven't had Arby's in so long. Because Arby's is way on the other side of the city. Like, way on the other side of the city. Ooh, my knee is stiff. There's no shock in that. He ran away already, Wally. Rex is just looking for trouble. Nobody else has creeped out as me. That Blaze and Rex are very Norma and Norman Bates. True, that's very true. Except they fight for the dress. It's like watching the movie Psycho. No curly fries, too greasy, and they sit there. Order potato cakes. You get fresh all the time. Fresh every time. Really? I don't think I've had those from there. I don't even know if they have them here in Canada. I'm not sure. Monster, you have that confused with you and Rex. Nah. That's Blaze and Rex. This is a Canadian Tire commercial. This is a Canadian Tire commercial. small Soda Stream bottles? You don't have to have the big ones? You can get ones that are half the size? Invest. Invest. Immediately. I want for Christmas. I want some smaller bottles for Christmas. Because I don't always want that much carbonated water. You know what I mean? Like, I always don't want that much. They're little potato triangles and very delicious. Yeah, but I don't like potato wedges, though. Like, I don't like potato wedges because there's too much potato and not enough crunchy goodness. They make their fries, their tires. Do they make? Wow. Give me a second here. Okay, I'm good. Do they make tires differently in Canada? No. More Canadian, more winter tires, definitely. Definitely more winter tires. I'm getting attacked by a baby kitten. Ah! Oh, I would love that. If I could go any way. No, actually, there's a lot of different ways that would be better to go. Oh, being attacked by a baby kitten does not sound that bad. I love kittens. They're so cool. How did I think that? I was like, I love
for the Marlins. They just
I don't
gave
know
up
why I did
4.
that.
Also for Wright. They just gave up 4.
This is my little baby
They
kitten.
need to put something back
She's
on the board
15
now.
years
Wright's
old,
got the
but...
top of the order. He needs a shut
Hello everybody,
down
welcome to
right
Monster
here. If he can put
Sports
up a
Entertainment.
0
Don't forget to
and
smash that thumbs up button on your way in. It is now the bottom of the third.
He's really doing himself a service. Now the Marlins, they put up 1 or 2 right here. They're right back into this game. This is a big inning right here.
Especially to get the
Princess
lead off
Caramel,
man
apparently.
with speed
Aw.
in birdie.
I wouldn't be surprised if Snicker has somebody start stirring
What'd you say
out
they were
there.
called?
You want to end it as quick as possible and
Potato cakes.
shut down any possibility of any I know it's only the third inning, but you can't allow the Marlins to gain any sort of traction.
First one to Dickerson is outside and low.
Oh, it's basically like a hash brown.
Quick chat. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
Oh, the potato cakes are basically just a hash brown.
Oh,
Or hash browns. Okay.
From Apple.
Want more postseason stats? Hey Siri, who leads the postseason in...
Whoa. I can ask Siri those questions? Oh, Siri.
This
I'm
gets a 2
sorry.
on the 3-0. You just hit him on the first pitch, birdie, and
I don't
now
even know
you
what accent
got
that
one
was.
way
Was it even an
wide
accent?
on ball 1. Don't let it get too far out of control. Go out there and
Hello
talk
everybody,
to him.
welcome
That's
to
what you
Monster
would do
Sports
in that, AJ.
Entertainment. How are y'all
I might have been
doing?
out there after he hit birdie with the first pitch.
Sure. Bouncing ball right side and through. Birdie will hold up at second as Marquez
I don't think I
gets
need
to
this
it.
now.
Back-to-back base runners for the Marlins here in the third against Kyle Wright.
It's like I kind of
You
see on
already
the
said it,
screen,
Mike,
so.
This is a huge inning for the Marlins season, for the Braves possibly advancing.
Hockey
You got
players
first and second,
wear their
nobody
beanies.
out, you got your 3, 4, 5. The Marlins have got to be the next team to score in this game. And if they aren't, I mean, this series, the game will be over really fast.
That's what the F boys do in my city. My city is full of F boys and dealers.
First time up.
It's true. It's true.
Had a home run in game 1 of the
Most
wild
people
card
just move out of
series
this
against
city.
the Cubs.
Most people just are just
They
like,
did
yeah,
during
no.
the regular season.
Anybody with a brain leaves the city.
Pitch misses
Leaves the
inside
city.
on Aguilar.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I should have been in like a bigger city, you know what I mean? Cause like this is like the biggest city, but like in our like area. But do that thing I sent you in Skype. I have 3 now, Wally. Years 9, 4, and now 6 weeks. Aww.
Taking up the count.
Right to the slider
Oh,
with
Skype
runners in
thing, I
scoring
see.
position. He's done it. Every time there's been a runner in scoring position, Aguilar clearly didn't like the strike call from Wagner.
That was a real pitcher's pitch right there. You want it as a pitcher, and you hate it as a hitter.
Because it's a ball.
I know Matt Carpenter's at home laughing and agreeing with you on that one.
Cut from Aguilar, and it's 1-2.
So he gets the pitch before called a strike. Now, as a hitter, you're thinking, There's the same pitch I have to swing at. He's swinging. You see the frustration on Aguilar's face because the pitch before led him to swing at that one, and now he's in the hole 1 and 2.
That's how much weight is on every pitch right now. Completely shifts the at-bat.
Hold on, I'm just sending something.
From right with 2 on. 2 and 2.
Let's see, if I was hitting right there, I'd be like, is that a strike 2? Even though it almost hit him.
And it was. I mean, you know, it was on the corner, wasn't it?
That pitch? we gotta get your eyes
We're always begging for stuff, aren't we?
AJ, to your point, though, Grant Dayton already loosening up the left-hander behind Kyle Wright, who deals 2-2.
Facial
Aguilar's a
recognition.
guy with power. These are the last 4 offerings from Wright to Aguilar. Staying low.
He's staying down there, and he runs a sinker in. I don't know how Aguilar got a piece of this one. Emergency hack, half swung at it, just tipped it. Stay alive.
Oh, that downloaded really fast.
2-2. There it is, and he just got a piece again.
You all right? That's good hitting right there. Fouling off 2 pitches on both sides of the plate. Tough sinker running into you on the pitch before, and then a nice slider on the corner away that time.
Remember, Aguilar is a really strong pull hitter. About 42% of the time, he pulled the ball. And with that short porch and left in the Crawford boxes, it felt like this ballpark could be ripe for Jesus Aguilar.
Oh, okay, I got it.
There's a 2-2 from Wright. Got him with a big breaking ball and a strikeout. 1 down here in the 3rd.
That was the curveball right there, wasn't it, AJ? That was 84 with a little bigger break to it. You know, he'd been hard in, hard away, hard in, hard away, hard in, hard away, and then the slow had him sped up really nice to slow him down there with the swing miss.
Really good pitch, like you said, Wayne. It just changed the shape of his breaking ball. More of a traditional curveball, straight down.
I just need to. Okay.
Mathematics, you'd always call it the
I got it.
Slider, 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 then you throw a curveball. A little bit slower, start in the same spot, you get that swing and miss, and Aguilar still barking at the dog. Possibly that pitch that was called on him.
4th strikeout for Wright. Now it's Anderson. Kind of an excuse me swing, fouling it.
And another first pitch slider with runners in scoring position. You're sitting on the bench as a hitter, thinking, okay, well, every time there's been a runner in scoring position, first pitch slider to every single guy.
And it just feels like there's no fastball counts anymore. That's been a theme all year. Everybody's pitching what we used to call pitching backwards. That seems to be more of a norm now than it ever has been.
I was watching the game the other day. It was out of hand. Pitcher was throwing 100 miles an hour and throwing 3-1 breaking ball and 3-2 breaking ball.
Hold on. Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Quickly down to the count.
You can tell in the swings though, they're not picking that spin up real well on that slider cutter thing.
Well, this is the exact same at bat Anderson had his first time up with first and second, 1 out. Slider, 0-2 right away.
And then he pull hooked a couple of sliders off of that, trying to make them better. Let's see if he just sticks with what's really good and rolls with it.
25-year-old out of Vanderbilt. Ahead of the Marlins cleanup man. Yep, went back to it, and he went around. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kyle Wright with 2 on, now 2 away.
Sorry guys, I'm just editing something.
Another slider. Anderson just cannot lay off of it, and because you're behind 4-0, you start getting a little more anxious as a hitter. All right, someone's got to be the guy to get the big hit. I got to hit a 3-run homer instead of just saying, okay, stick here and see if he starts another hitter with a slider, runner in scoring position.
Here is Cooper, who, as you mentioned, has homered off of Wright this year. 2 down, 2 on in the 3rd.
This is gonna be so good.
Shutdown inning after his offense put up 4.
My dad is the only one knows what I'm doing.
That was really impressive.
My dad knows what I'm
Just
doing.
passed the baton the other day, to your point, AJ. Just not trying to do too much. If he's not giving you the pitch you want to drive,
No, I don't
pass
want to go over there.
the baton to the next guy, let him drive it, you know. And that was an unselfish approach. They did a lot of great things. This Marlins lineup, they could do the same thing right here.
Fastball a little off the plate, a little high.
And that Dodgers game last night was incredible.
Awesome game.
I mean, it had everything in that. Home runs being robbed, closers struggling to finish, guys screaming, pitchers throwing gloves from the pitcher's mouth. With their hats.
You hitters can throw bats all over the place, but pitcher throws one glove, and now that's all anybody wants to talk about.
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
It was so much fun for us watching. Here's a 2-0. And right misses low. It's 3-0.
How many of these pitches have been strikes? I mean, the pitches he made on Anderson, are those all strikes? I mean, most of those are off the plate, right?
I agree.
They're expanding right now. He's got a 3-0 count. What are the chances he could throw 3 strikes before he could throw one more ball?
I'd be willing to bet 0 right now. 3-0, the pitchers can always throw a strike 3-0 because they no fear of the hitter swinging.
No swing there. He took all the way.
There we go.
Pitch walk to load the bases. Rick Kranich is going to make his way out to check on the young right-hander Kyle Wright. We'll step aside. We're right back in 30 seconds. 2 down to the third.
We'll be back in 30 seconds for the game, but I'm just... Oh my gosh. This is so dumb, I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hard hit towards second. Grabbed by Albies. He'll fire to first in time. Sixto Sanchez did it early, and Kyle Wright just got it done.
Oh, it is now the end of the third. Sorry guys, I'm just doing something here quickly. Save. Alright, here it comes. Whoops. members will see that later. Oh my god. Whoop. I'm gonna just put on a commercial. Whoop, whoop. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so funny. Yeah, Canadian Thanksgiving this Monday. Canadian Thanksgiving this Monday. Sorry. Amy, I feel sorry for whatever they're about to do to you. Don't worry, it's not alright. It's not Amy. Amy's precious.
A couple of lefties in the Atlanta lineup. We may see Rogers.
Not just members, you're posted on public?
Made 7 starts during the regular season. A 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. And when we talked with Don Mattingly today, we had asked who might the next guy be in case the Marlins do force a game 4. Trevor Rogers was towards the top of the list to be the starter if the Marlins were to win game 3, but with a 4-0 hole and needed to keep this game right where it's at. Don Mattingly managing with that urgency goes right to Rogers.
Well, Mattingly definitely wasn't showing us his cards. We kind of had to pull it out of him who might possibly start game 4, but he said, look, if we have to use Rogers in game 3, we'll figure out tomorrow if we get to tomorrow.
Yep. Markakis, Riley, and then back to the top. And a bouncing ball to
Hey, Arthur! What's going on, Arthur? How you doing?
Get the first
What's going on?
Trevor Rogers, a first-round pick back in 2017. He's never pitched out of the bullpen in his pro career.
369 girls, 1
As we said, needing some length right now and hoping to keep this very impressive Braves lineup in check.
Yeah, watch on Community tab.
Struggled against the Braves back on September the 21st. They really got after Rogers. Getting their first look in a few weeks.
1 out so far for Atlanta.
Ahead of the count.
On the top of the 4th.
There's a fastball strike. That's right around where he tops out, about 96. He's very fastball heavy. About 60% of the time he throws a 4-seam fastball. Mixes it up with a changeup and a slider.
His velo's up a little bit coming out of the bullpen. It usually sits around 93,
y'all
94.
See her?
We've
y'all
seen
see how
96,
precious she
97.
is?
It's playoff
Look
adrenaline
at her,
out of the bullpen.
being all precious and stuff. Just sleeping.
Pretty nice changeup right there on the last one, too.
Yep. 86. Back to the changeup and a bouncing ball to Anderson. And he'll retire Riley. 2 up and 2 down here in the 4th. And millions of kids nationwide are without their
just
access to sports and play due to COVID-19. And that's why
you just posted it? You did?
Are restoring play for kids and the programs that serve them through donations of brand new sports equipment. You can help keep kids in the game by
just
texting
chilling. What about you?
play
Just chilling.
to the number on your screen. Back to the top, and Acuna.
Yeah, go check out the community tab if
Stolen
anyone's
a base and
confused.
scored.
It's a dangerous matchup for me right here. Acuna's mad. He's still thinking about getting hit by that pitch in game 1. Some blood with the Marlins. Lefty on the mound. 2 outs. He's thinking one thing, bridge.
Seems like Rogers might know that.
Yes. Pitchers can be, they can sense fear sometimes. And
there's a whole mental game going on out there between the hitter and the pitcher. That first at bat, you alluded to it a little bit, AJ, when they kind of came in on him and he kind of looked out there and you said, be careful. Well, that was the second at bat, actually. You know, that's the thing I've seen some of the best hitters, they use that.
Hello, fire in air.
It's not necessarily
How's it
they
going,
think
fire in air?
thought they were trying to hit him. It's just that they don't want you in there.
Doing good, doing
They
good. What
want
about
you to know
you?
that
Figure
I
something
don't
out.
like you in there, and that makes you a little bit more uncomfortable, especially if you're a young pitcher on the mound. You might leave one out over the plate because of that attitude.
3 balls and a strike on Acuna.
Hey, Jamar Games. What's
And
going
this is
on? How you
inside.
doing?
It's a second consecutive walk
How you doing,
to
Jamar
Acuna.
Games?
And here's the board with 2 down to the 4th. Who's somebody that sticks out in your mind over your years in the league that kind of had that feel to him.
Albert used to do it to a T. You know, you had to pitch him in. If you lived in there, he would hit it out to left, obviously.
Right.
But you had to show him in there to get him off away because he could drive the ball from pole to pole. But if you threw a couple of tight ones in
McDonald's
there,
drive-thru be popping all the time.
Grimace, and the pitcher would be like
24/7
okay,
McDonald's drive-thru be popping.
There's Freeman. First pitch swing. Smacks it towards the gap in left center. Sierra.
This McDonald's has a 24-hour drive-thru.
He's on his way home, and it's 5-0.
Runs and hides behind Tripper. Oh, baby.
Braves off to a red-hot start here in Game 3, looking to clinch.
Are you giving it a roly-poly?
Braves are playing with a type of excitement and emotion right now that they feel like this spot in the playoffs is not where they're ending this year. You can almost tell those guys are out to prove a point this year.
We said in the open they had won the first 2 games. Freddie Freeman hadn't done diddly. 0 for 8.
Thank you so much, Fire and Air. I very much appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, everybody has a community tab. Sure so. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Fire and Air. So Brady be using lots of filters, huh?
It is a single and the error on Sierra, which allows the runners to advance. So no RBI. Acuña's got his eyes.
Oh my God!
And as soon as he sees that bob, it would have mattered what Ron Washington was doing there. There's a big cut from Ozuna on the slider.
Well, they got Acuña out his first at bat. First pitch, he swung, and Sixto got him out, hit a fly. After that, the next 2 at-bats, they haven't given him really anything. In 3-0, he swung his last at-bat. This at-bat, I was shocked he didn't swing 3-0.
The power of makeup, yes, the power of makeup.
The probable NL MVP, all he does is bang
that post though, Monster.
It's 5-0 Atlanta.
That was good, I'm still laughing.
Pitching against lineups this deep is so tough because, yeah, you look at the lineup and you go, all right, I can't let Ronald Acuña Jr. beat me today, right? Or I can't let Freddie beat me. But if you put guys on, then you got the RBI leader right behind him in Ozuna, and Darno's having the series of his life.
And it makes a lot of sense in terms of lineup structure.
Can somebody answer this question for me?
You said it in Game 1, AJ.
Why do pitchers put one leg up always? Why do pitchers always put one leg up? Is there like a strategy behind it? Or is it just like for show?
Right, left, right, too. So with the new 3-batter rule for relief pitchers, you can't just bring in a righty because you got that guy Freddie Freeman in the middle. You try to get tricky and bring in a lefty, and you got to face Acuña and Ozuna on both sides of Freeman. So it is a predicament as a manager.
And I hear a lot of what I think is a fallacy, and you can disagree if you want to, it's fine. But I hear people saying, oh, I don't like the 3-batter rule, it takes the strategy out. I think it adds way more strategy, in all honesty, for managers having to navigate lineups. That's been the case.
Why do pitchers put one leg up? I typed it in chat to see if anybody knows.
2-2 on Ozuna.
And it eliminates that sidearm lefty that I used to have to face twice as serious.
And it eliminates, as a starting pitcher, and you don't play for 4 days in between, it eliminates the other manager, changing 15 times, and especially like September call-ups when you got almost unlimited roster. Those guys used to run. Bruce Bochy used to work that to a T.
Tell the men not to waste their time.
Freeman with
that was fire. You cannot tell me that wasn't fire. Wait. So like you do the you could do the boo, and then you gotta like the
his first of the year.
And then it goes like swing around, and you go around, and then you throw it up, and then you catch it. Yo, if I can dance, that would be fire. I can dance though.
That whole event was big for Roger.
It is now the middle of the 4th. Atlanta got one. Miami is still at 0. Momentum, they put one leg up to get speed in their throw. To pee. My dad put one leg up to pee? Oh, that was with the pitching. Oh, so so it's not just for like show. It's like, look, that means my son has an active bladder. That's good. good. As long as it's not peeing too much, you don't want to lose too much fluids. That's not good. Especially if there's electrolytes in those fluids. You should not be peeing out all those electrolytes. Those good electrolytes you need to be reabsorbing. As long as your input and output is good. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know how we got this. Anyways, let's put the leg up, bro. How do you peeing matters? Hashtag flush the bugs. Facts. All the toxins you be peeing out. How do they? Hold on, let me try this. I'll be like, hold on. Does it actually help the momentum? Oh, it does! It does help. It does help. Hold on. Okay, like, it does, like, actually, like, low-key, like, kinda help. See, because it's like, you go, like, okay, right? And then you got your ball. And then if you just, like, throw it normal, there's not as much momentum, but when you go up, and then there's, like, more momentum. I should have been using that in dodgeball anyways. I had to get up and do a physical demonstration. I had to get up and do a physical demonstration for y'all. Anyways, so that's... Hi, Firestar, you just came in at a real weird time. Firestar comes in. Why is she pitching? Anyways, I would have loved... Oh, I just totally panicked. I didn't know where I went. I disappeared. I've always wanted to do, like, softball pitching, because, like, I feel like that's, like, really cool, but I would also feel like that my arm would dislocate from my body. Molly just has to pee fire. I don't have to pee. I peed before I stream. Oh no, I've been hanging out on Amy's streams too much. I'm getting too personal. I'm getting too personal. Anyways. Next topic. There's a leaf skating on ice. Oh, I like the chewable vitamin C's better. Like, I like the chewable vitamins better because you just pop one in and just, you know what I mean? There was a commercial for vitamins. That wasn't just a random thought. It could have been a random thought. I have a lot of weird random thoughts. Also, I saw this TikTok and it said, I don't really have much of a filter when I speak, but it's kind of good because then I can be just as shocked as other people by the stuff that comes out of my mouth. And I was like, that reminds me of my father. That's like literally my father. It's like, wow, I like that. Like, I feel like that'd be like the mentality that my father would have. My dad just like says stuff, and I'm like, and then I like start laughing, and he's just like, what? He's like, what was funny? What did I say? I'm like, oh jeez. Anyways, yeah. I like to be just as shocked as other people by what comes out of my mouth sometimes. I say some weird things.
He's an incredible athlete. He can really hit, too.
I swear these streams get weirder and weirder every time. I get more comfortable, that's the issue. That's the problem.
Two young guys on
The roof on fire here on the screen. I probably know what song that is.
Sanchez, the 22-year-old, third time this year.
Oh, Firestar, look on community tab and then come back and then you're gonna be more into the loop of like what's going on.
Well, the walks are the thing that got.
We just have a weird community fact. Boom, and then you go around, and then you go up. How do you go? It's like,
he's there. One down.
Yo, my neck won't. It's like, boom, boom, throw it up, catch it, boom, clap. Ooh,
This is all learning
boom,
experiences.
clap.
As talented as Sixto Sanchez is, being able to throw it 100 miles an hour, you still have to locate it. And yes, he threw a lot of strikes, but they weren't quality strikes when he did throw a strike. So the Braves had a great time. They could go up there and say, okay, we're looking for one pitch,
and then you go,
mainly a fastball in one spot. And then when they got it, they didn't miss in the third inning.
Here's Sierra.
hit and
In terms
down.
of game planning, when you're an offensive lineup, I imagine if you're playing well, the game plan shrinks. That's what you're kind of alluding to. Now, where you don't have to really expand and look
I
at
do
everything.
things and they make sense in my head, and then I'm like, from the outside perspective, I probably look like a nutcase. I probably
When you're facing a guy and you see that they really can't locate anything except for one pitch, which is his fastball, you just don't start eliminating pitches. He doesn't throw a slider for a strike. He barely threw a changeup for a strike. Let's go out there, look here.
That's a backdoor slider for called strike 3 on Sierra. 2 up and 2 down here in the 4th. 1 in 5 kids in the U.S. may not be able to afford to play next season. You can text Little League to 313-131. And T-Mobile will donate $1 to their Little League call-up grant program so our kids can keep playing ball. 6 strikeouts nearly 2 times through the order. And
that $1 million spaghetti from yesterday was freaking fantastic.
We might see some subs earlier in this game. So
what we're having for dinner is some more $1 million spaghetti because I made so much. It was freaking phenomenal. It was so good. So much cheese. I love cheese.
See, this is curious to me because I would have liked to have seen him when the bases were loaded, like take a shot, or Matt Joyce with the bases loaded had some success off right. 2 outs, nobody on right here for Don Mattingly. If it's a home run, it's 5-1. It doesn't do you as much.
Is that my bone or is that my vein?
Obviously, he'll take it, but it also kind of limits the options later in the game. If you do make your way back into the game, obviously one of the downfalls
that is some buttered bread.
You won't have as many options to play with
out of the oven. Oh, for me?
As is the case
thank
when you're
you.
facing
Because they put it on
elimination,
a
gotta
plate
get
because
there
like I'm
first.
gonna make a mess.
What a play by Wright. Right off the mound to retire Alfaro as part of
The
the
$1 million
1-2-3
spaghetti
fourth
was
inning.
amazing last night, and we are having it again for dinner today. Sounds like we're about to take off.
Oh my god, it's so soft.
The auto's already really fast, but I'm just gonna put it on the maximum overdrive. Oh, hey Tripper! Hey baby! How you doing, bud? You doing okay? I gotta brush you and I gotta fix you up a little bit. Hey bud, found a little tough right here yesterday. Hey baby? Put my cat hair over here. There we go. I put it in chat there so Amy can see it. Hello everybody, welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way in. I just have to mute it on commercials and for copyright music, for copyright reasons. But I will put back on the audio once the game is on. Hey Sent1, what's going on Sent1? Welcome, you have nothing to be sorry for. I don't know what you're sorry for, but... Oh yeah. Can you tell if I have dark spirit red surrounding me? Is that what? Does fire and air actually do that? Does fire and air do like spiritual reading stuff? That's really cool. That's like really cool. Yeet, 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 yeet. Ah! I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, this is some good ass bread. Yeah, but the laptop on maximum overdrive to cool it down.
A guy who used to be thought of as kind of a footnote on a postseason roster. Dealt with a ton of injuries while he was with the Mets. Never really found traction, never really found his footing. And the Mets ended up
We had to do a couple
shipping him
things.
off.
Is that wrong?
Ended up with the Dodgers for one game last year before he ended up being tagged over to the Rays. As you see, Alfaro is in there. And Travis d'Arnaud has found himself a nice spot here in Atlanta, and he has been key for the Braves.
Well, as sexy as those numbers are, hitting offensively, let's not forget 3 of the first 4 postseason games for the Braves have been shutouts, and they're in a shutout right now into the 5th. So his defense,
just as important. Strikes out here. There's one away in the 5th, but let's get a little bit more on the Braves catcher from Tom Verducci.
Well, Adam, a lot of hitters will let you know where they like to pitch with their practice routines. You watch Freddie Freeman, it looks like he's hitting a driver. He's a low ball hitter. Watch Travis. He'll do this every time. He works on staying on top of the baseball. And in today's game, where pitchers love velocity up, breaking the ball down, that swing works. And you saw that with that double on a pitch that is 4 feet off the ground. Watch him get on top of that pitch with the low finish. It's not by accident. You're looking at a guy who really has turned his career around.
And there's a base hit from Ozzie Albies off the sidewall. He'll take the big turnaround first. Dickerson gets to it, but Albies is into second with a double.
And it was only a year and a half ago that he was released by the New York Mets, Travis d'Arnaud. He spent about 5 minutes with the Dodgers, wound up with the Rays, and was reunited with his hitting coach from Toronto, Chad Mottola. Chad noticed that Travis's swing had gotten a lot bigger, more hand movement, more leg movement, really simplified it, and with an easier, simpler swing, he's found a lot more power, hitting like Johnny Bench these days as the cleanup hitter in the Braves lineup.
Tyler Kepner of the New York Times had a fantastic profile on Travis d'Arnaud.
That was amazing, Brett.
You should certainly check out just his
so
path to get to where he's been in this series.
Tyler Brady doesn't matter, not going to happen. Thank you. And there's an alternate mystery monster creature waiting in the shadows like Beauty the Beast.
That was the highest pitch off the ground that Travis d'Arnaud has put into play.
Brady's not normally an outfielder, he's kind of a utility guy. He never hesitates sending Ozzie home, and he made it, even with the relay, it's a great job, Ron Washington. He made it easily.
I'll tell you what, there's so many hours that these coaches put in learning every single thing about the outfielders that are going to be playing that day, the bounces. They put in tons of time to know if they should be sending guys or not, and what bounces they're going to get. They really do. Coaches put in so many hours, it's crazy.
Jamar Games still chilling out.
And you obviously know Ron Washington. You guys met. I know you were injured at the time, but Ron Washington leading his Texas Rangers team to a couple of World Series, including one against you guys, a classic 2011 World Series. AJ, you got to be there to watch that.
Also played for Ron Washington in Texas in 2013, and what a fun guy.
Yeah.
And we saw him before the game. He's always out there working. You know, he's hitting little short hops with Swanson and all the little fielders and making sure they got all the hops taken care of, keeping their hands in place and working on those outfield bounces. You see him working all the time.
2 balls and a strike on Duvall.
Top of the 5th, 1 out, Atlanta at bat.
When we showed Ron Washington waving Albies home, I love he's screaming at him. I used to hate when I was
striking out.
I hated it. This is the pregame ritual. You've seen him do with pretty much every infielder over his tenure as a coach in Oakland and manager in Texas. Freddie Freeman's pretty good working on his picks right there, but when he's waving home Ozzie, he's yelling at him. You gotta go, man. As a runner, I'm like, I can only go so fast. Like you screaming at me is not helping.
2-2. Inside and low. Well, I think Buck Showalter may have told this story yesterday, but Marcus Semien, who was not a very good infielder in college at Cal, in fact, I think he had a ton of errors, something like 20 errors in his career. He credits Ron Washington for the Gold Glove. And when he got the award, he had an inscription sent to Ron Washington that said, "I wouldn't have this without you." I'm paraphrasing that, obviously, but that's how much Ron Washington means to a lot of players, in particular guys on the infield. That work we were showing you is not an accident.
Coaches need love too, man. You know, I was leading a tour with a charity group I brought in a couple years ago, and it was like 10:30 in the morning for a 7 o'clock game. And when I got there, one of our coaches was there full uniform already at 10:30 in the morning. Wow, for a 7 o'clock game, just to get prepared for the day. And there's so many coaches around Major League Baseball that are doing that put so many hours into making sure we have our best going out onto the field.
AMYAMOR, my nose is itchy.
Please. Both managers, as you might expect.
What's happening? I'm so what? Actually, don't tell me.
No, we
don't tell
probably
me.
don't give enough love to first and third base coaches, to bench coaches. We talk a lot about pitching and hitting coaches and managers, but the number of guys on these staffs
I
around
really don't
baseball,
have many questions, says my dad.
so essential to the day-to-day operations. Marlo Hale right there, Trey Hillman and Billy Hatcher for the Marlins do a great job too. Duvall cranks one to deep left field. Back on it, Dickerson. He's looking up. It's off the wall. It is in play. It's going to drive in Swanson. It is 7-0 Atlanta. It's a double for Duvall.
7-0 Atlanta at the top of the 5th.
First hit of the division series for Duvall, and it puts Atlanta up by a touchdown.
It's just keep on coming for Atlanta. But, you know, you mentioned they get the momentum rolling. They're starting to swing. They get the lead. Marlins start feeling a little pressure. Like, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. Braves sense it.
Monster scratching yourself.
Here they go.
Firestar, Monster scratching yourself.
The key for both sides now. The Marlins, you got to keep plugging. You can't think your season's over. And the Braves, you can't get too far ahead of yourself. You got to stay in the moment.
There's Markakis fouling it back.
But that feeling has already started to creep in.
Sure.
You can be the most professional, the biggest believer in the world, but you look up at that scoreboard, you see 7-0.
Yeah.
With a full
What
complement
is
of
PD?
Braves and their bullpen has been amazing this whole second half of the year and the whole postseason. I mean, that dread starts creeping
Paranormal.
in.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
I was thinking about the bullpen for the Braves earlier, and just we haven't even seen AJ Minter yet.
Yeah.
And he's one of the nastiest left-handers in the game.
Yep.
And if you've got a guy like that still in your back pocket and you haven't even used him, and you have incredible arms,
Atlanta
Mark Melanson and
bat.
stinking Darren O'Day, Will Smith's nasty.
Yep.
You got
Power
all these
of
guys
the
you're bringing out of the
pastor.
pen that are just really good. Martin, he was been great too.
Yep.
All these guys have been nasty, and you
Yeah,
haven't even used
holy
all your
water.
aces yet. It's amazing.
I imagine we'll see some of those guys get work today, especially if the score stays this way, just to get them some action. Only 2 games in the wild card series for both of these teams, but really in that game 1 against Cincinnati, you saw the depth of the bullpen really being shown off. 6 innings pieced together by that pen in game 1. Top 4 bullpen ERA in all of baseball this year. Markakis stays alive at 0-2.
Did the other team even show up? I don't think so. I guess not.
They're up 7-0. Rogers has thrown him some really nasty
Like, holy
pitches.
crap.
And Markakis, most guys have been like, we're up 7-0, not a big deal. He's up
Everybody,
there.
welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. Don't forget to
Just
smash that
barely
thumbs up
hitting
button
pieces of
on
these
your
nasty
way
pitches.
in. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell for notifications.
My teammates are trying to distract me, sending trade rumors right now
About you?
about our fantasy football teams. Like, guys, I'm trying to work right now.
Yeah, I guess Miami didn't even show up.
Fastball just missed off the outside edge. Bucks and Bears tonight. Thursday Night Football makes its debut on
This
Fox
game is looking like the
season.
NBA Finals.
Super 6.
Fox Bet Super 6 app. Check it out now. There it is. Look at our crew paying attention. I talk like they're just drifting off in the truck randomly during games, which they are not.
It's been amazing from my point of view how many people are just on the spot with so many cool stats and graphics thrown up there. Those guys are very, very talented behind the scenes, aren't they?
Great crew to work with, led by Aaron Stoikov, Mitch Riggin. Fantastic women and men in our truck. And we're very, very grateful
sunny outside
to get the chance to be here and watch playoff baseball in person. For most of the year, a lot of these national broadcasts, well, all these national broadcasts.
Now wait to hear Damien say we're going into
overtime. It's our first time this week, all season long, and
just
over
jokes.
a year for a
We
lot
joke
of us
here.
to be at the park. So we're just very grateful that we have that opportunity to be with you. These are the other division series that you'll have a look at the
My
rest
hand
of the
is
day
going
as
skinnier.
the Astros try to put it away. A's entire infield homered yesterday. Randy
My
Arozarena
hand is
had an
going skinnier. You
outstanding
can see like
postseason.
more
Rays
tendons
took
and
a
stuff
2-1
on
lead
it.
last night. Markakis flares one into left. Dickerson's there, and there are two down. And AJ and Waino already talked about how fun that
Not
Game
complaining
2
though.
was between the Dodgers and the Padres last night. Great job by our crew. Cody Bellinger, in all of the drama, had some massive plays. This was the biggest by
No spirit. Hey, Uncle Rob, what's going on?
Bellinger knows it, and then the pitcher throwing his hat, throwing his glove, blowing kisses, demanding Machado. I mean, wow.
Brusdar Gratterall made some noise last night. The Braves have made a ton of noise already in a clinching game. They're up 7-0. Rogers is out. We're coming
Cast
back in a
out
moment.
demon, says Amy.
After a long day,
Wow, that was a commercial real quick. Did you see that they opened a mummy? did you guys see they opened a 2,500-year-old mummy? Did y'all see that? Because I know I seen that. They opened it up and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I swear. Did it spook me? Low-key. Low-key, yes. Uncle Rob was clearly lying. Lying. I only squished his bread. I told you to stop messing with Brady, LOL. He sits crying in the corner applying more makeup as his mascara streaks down his face. Aw, that sounds so sad. Oh my gosh. That actually sounded really depressing. Oh my gosh. Sits in shower and cries while makeup runs down face. Holy. You hear her say it. Didn't say it, did he? I didn't say it, he did. The Precious gets defended. Okay, we'll be back on shortly. I'll turn back on the game audio afterwards. Yeah, my finger.
As James Hoyt comes into the game here in the fifth with 1 on and 2 out. 9-hitter in Austin Riley up. And Hoyt eases one in there for a strike.
Can we show that Acuna dancing video again? I want to know if Tom Verducci is standing there watching him.
Tom's going to analyze it in a report
Oh,
coming up.
I want to see him get involved and look at him. Come on, Tom, get your hips going.
Tom's analyzing it. Tom's like, all right, he's moving his arm at a 4-degree angle. There's a bouncing ball wide, a third foul from Riley.
AJ, there's two things never ask me to do. Sing and dance.
On the MLB site,
See, now I want to see it and hear it.
it said,
just because he's.
did
he's
this
built
place
up that
save the
nobody
Marlins
wants
this
to- I wanna
season?
see it.
Then I look up at the score and it's like,
We'll see if Acuna
No.
dances if he comes up here in this inning.
puts we're making on hoping to be just enough someday. A glimpse of Bradyisms. Like she can only hope. Applies for
Let's see
cosmetology school.
And he gets
Oh
him
my
swinging.
gosh.
Now in the frame, 2 more on the board, the 5th for the Braves. We're halfway home in Game 3. Ronald Acuna Jr. is feeling good. A little Van Halen for you.
Going into the 6th year now, I believe. Oh no, it's the middle of the 5th. I thought it just said the bottom of the 5th. I don't know why this song is called Canada, but it is. Now you see how AMYAMOR feels with these Brady jokes and always picking on her. This is poor Amy. And Dad. She just started her car from her phone. You know you like the Brady jokes, says Damien. I apologize, Amy. It cuts deep. Deep. Oh no. As he applies another coat of foundation. Runs and gives Sean a big hug. Gotta be careful not to apply too much foundation though, because it's gonna be cakey and then it's gonna be bad. I love that Michael Scott one. Love that. Butt liquor, our prices have never been lower! But don't tell him. What does he say? Excuse me, I do not like the tone that I am being talking to. Or something like that. Game is back on and there's already 1 out for Miami.
Spawn after for so long.
Sure.
You know,
I couldn't even get to the remote fast enough. And Miami already has 1 out,
first
so.
pitch of the inning, that is a real good way to start. You know, earlier we saw him in the dugout laughing and carrying on with the manager, and he came back out locked in. He came back out through strikes, nothing but strikes right away. I've been really impressed with him today. He's been good.
Well, the Marlins have had chances. They've had traffic.
Yeah. 6 left on base.
They've had some traffic. They just can't get the big hit. They're 0 for, what is it, 7 or 8 with runners in scoring position.
There's Dickerson. He's got 2 of the 3 Marlins
Hey,
hits.
speaking of Brady, Amy, I hope you told him to stop deflating those footballs. Yeah, Amy, tell him to stop. Tell your husband to stop.
Dickerson had the big defensive play
Tell your husband to stop cheating. Tell your husband to stop
in the
cheating.
second inning with the bases loaded. Got the second out of that inning. Kept it scoreless at the time, and then the Braves exploded for 4 in the 3rd. 3 more since. But that catch was awesome to see.
Hugs her back and smiles.
We thought at the time this.
Oh, we just caught that. Oh my gosh. Catch probability was 15%, and that dude caught it. On Miami. Can you play?
For Dickerson, that'll roll to Aldi's. 2 down.
He's out.
This is where, you know,
2 outs for Miami at the bottom of the 5th.
Let it permeate the booth. Let this positivity permeate the booth.
This is where I would be in the dugout right now, trying to pump everybody up.
All right.
And the rest of our starting pitchers
This is where
will hopefully be
Amy
doing the
makes fun of
same thing.
Damien with his
Just
motorcycle
imagine,
jokes.
this is what I'd be saying,
Yes,
just
you.
imagine if we come back and win this, how legendary this will be. This comeback is going to be remarkable. You know, we've lived through several of those over the years, and that's the kind of mojo you need if you're going to come back into a game.
Here's
Sam
Aguilar,
behind
2 down
Amy
to the 5th.
screaming at him as well.
What is A.J. Brzezinski saying in the dugout at that play?
I'm thinking about my flight home right now. As bad as that is to say,
I understand.
You're the glass half full. I'm also the realist.
I heard it said a different way earlier that I liked. Half empty with the broken glass is what I heard.
AJ's glass is half empty, and it's busted, and it's jagged, and it might be very dangerous for small children.
As a fan of baseball, I'd love to see a comeback, make this game close. Marlins make this a series. That would be great.
For us, yeah, for us as fans of baseball, and listen, we want crazy things to happen. That's why we do this job. We're thankful to do it. But it's a huge mountain to climb. It feels like the deeper you go into this game, obviously.
So it's not a hill. It's a mountain.
Yeah, it's about Mount Everest.
Yeah, it's a big one, but it can be done. It's crazier things about.
Well, Aguilar will go down swinging, part of a 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Wright, who's in line.
And it is now the end of the 5th. Miami keeps getting struck out. I'm thinking Miami is asleep, possibly. I'm talking about my big brother again, Damien. And I'm shaving your head bald. Oh, Firestar coming in. Oh. I still love you, Amy, even if I think your jokes suck. I think my jokes suck. I can't believe Rob said I probably deserve it. Oh, KFC has a new chicken sandwich out. It's called the famous chicken sandwich. That'd be interesting. Oh my gosh, the spearmint taste, where like kind of tastes like Pepto-Bismol, is like, I love it. Why does that man have talking gills? Oh, it's the boys. That's why. I was like, why is that so weird? Because it's the boys. The boys is I believe, is the Amazon Prime video that has the laser baby. That has the laser baby. Where they take this baby out of this like laboratory thing, and then they use his laser eyes to get out. They use the baby as a weapon. they use the baby's laser as a weapon. Anyways, it's really weird concept. I'm like, what's happening? Anyways. I don't have to say anything about Brady. My Bears will do all the talking tonight. No, the Bears gonna... No. Brady's been doing good, I will not lie to you. Uncle Rob chilling out. Would you be vibing though? Doesn't Little Caesars have like a new thing? There's something new at Little Caesars, and I don't remember what it was. But I think it was only in the US. David Dobrik posted about it. And it looked really good. Just waiting for the game to come back on. It's just a quick little commercial break. This is now the top of the 6th.
Where your pitching coach was on the mound, traffic was on the bases, and the bullpen was warm.
You love the boys?
He is still in the game. How did he fight through?
Oh man, you know, he just kept making pitches.
I've not heard any bad things about it.
You know, a pitch away from getting out of the inning and not
Hello, I'm
giving
back.
in. And you know, it's a great sign.
Damn
when
this.
you see a guy
Whoops! I
regroup.
sat on the
So,
mouse.
Ian Luke, against
I
Cincinnati.
didn't even know
in the
what
wild
it
card,
sounded about.
and it's really a good sign when you see these guys do
Damn,
that.
this is a great whooping here on
A lot
Marlins.
more
Yeah.
to talk about
Holy.
again with your offense today, but I wanted to go back to an early hit by Marcell Ozuna. In a scoreless game, first and third, your number 3 hitter takes a situational, abbreviated swing, did a ground ball the other way to get the run in. Tell me about that bat and how much you have appreciated his offensive game this year.
Oh my God, and he's done that a lot. You know, I mean, he shot that hole many times, especially with 2 strikes and in situations like that. And guys like that find a way to drive runs in. I mean, he's been so good for the club. Obviously, the year he's had to me, it's an MVP type year, and we're really lucky that we got him.
Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Oh my gosh.
We appreciate Brian Snitker taking some time for us for this team in front. Jimmy
Oh,
Garcia
Lord.
is on for the second time in this series as he faces the top of the Braves order. Acuna looking at a 1-2 count against Jimmy. And called strike 3. Acuna takes one at the top of the zone, 1 down here in the 6th. Obviously, you both understand Brian Snitker very well, but maybe Waino better than anybody. This is a straight-up excuse to embarrass our buddy Adam Wainwright. First-round pick. You're like a tuna. It's just the whole body is just muscle.
It's just bones, is what it was.
2000 Major League Baseball draft. Number 29.
Hey, Dwayne.
Freeman grounding one to first base to Aguilar.
What's going on? How you doing?
Coming up and
What's
being able to
poppin'?
see Brian Snitker on his way up in the manager ranks.
You know what he was great at was managing people and managing players. And when you're in the minor leagues, you're largely you've got a bunch of really young guys who are not
Nothing
mature,
much, just chilling
physically
out,
yet, but
Dwayne. How
also
you doing?
not mentally mature yet, and that was
What's going
certainly
on?
the case with me.
Feeling confident again, and he goes over to the sink
learn how to become a professional, and him,
with the
our
warm
pitching
face
coach,
cloth that
Mike
starts
Alvarez, just did
wiping
a
away the
great job
layers
shepherding me,
of the caked
teaching
on
me the game of
makeup
baseball,
and
teaching
sees
me
a
the right
glimpse
way to play, and got me off to a great start. You
of
know,
him.
he was a super professional the whole time I was
his
there.
old self and says,
There's Ozuna with
"Oh,
2
hello,
down. AJ,
handsome,"
obviously
and
you've
winks at himself
had a
in
chance
the
to see
mirror.
Brian at this level now. Like, you have an understanding of how
Very
he's developed
descriptive.
as a manager.
He has. I was there
The
when
moth has
Braves
turned
brought him
into
after Freddie
a
Gonzalez was let go.
butterfly.
He's still playing on the team, and you can tell he loves the
Dr.
Braves organization.
Feelgood.
He's been a lifer there, and when he got there,
Apparently,
remember,
you
we
talk
weren't
like
very
this.
good.
Is how
and
you actually sound.
to see him
Like
get to
if you
the
cover
point where
your
you're happy
ears,
for a guy like
but
that.
then when you
Under
like
Bobby
talk like
Cox,
this, it's not
lifelong
actually how you
manager
sound.
in the minor leagues, coach,
Kinda was like
longtime
the weird.
coach. Got demoted from the big leagues to the
You are
minor
my
leagues
drug
and
also.
stuck with it. And now he's here having postseason success.
That was
He's a good
crazy.
man, and he deserves what he's getting right now.
It's fascinating to watch guys who have come up with
2 outs
the
so far
players
for
they're now
Atlanta.
managing. You know, that seems to be the case. That's an
At the
organizational
top
guy
of the
in Brian
6th,
Snitker. Don
2
Mattingly
outs
doesn't
for
have
Atlanta.
the organizational background, but it feels
Are
both
empty.
managers have had to shepherd along a lot of guys in their times at these respective organizations.
They have. And Mattingly's doing it differently. He's teaching at the big league level. Snitker was afforded the opportunity to teach some of these guys at the minor league level.
Right.
It's just different, and how you have to get to different places. They're in the same place, obviously, in the same series in the playoffs, but they got here different ways.
What the Marlins have done, in my opinion, is truly remarkable. You know, you go from losing 100 games to battling a really, really tough Braves team in the NLDS the following year, beating a good Cubs team at Wrigley, by the way, which is not easy to do. I just think, you know, I don't know how much Derek Jeter has brought into that. Probably a lot, but Don Mattingly's winning style coming from the Dodgers and Yankees.
Right back the other way. Ozuna, we were just talking about his approach with 2 strikes, and he bullets one into right field for a 2-out single. There's Derek Jeter, the CEO of the Miami Marlins. Obviously, he and Don
Not work right now,
with a long time
but I had to say what's up. That's no problem, Dwayne. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing your love and support. Appreciate it.
As Yankees South, and with good reason, a lot of pieces, some players as well that have gone through the Yankees organization, and a handful of coaches and executives being brought into the fold.
So there's something to be said about winning culture.
I was just going to make that point. It's a great point.
And, you know, those are two of the best winners of all time.
Sure.
You know, so bringing that into an organization with a lot of young players who haven't had that history of losing a bunch of 100-loss seasons, that could be really great, because the one thing you need to do as a player, you need to show up be expecting to win. And if you don't have that mindset of I'm going to win today, I'm expecting to win, I'm expecting our team to win, then the other team has an advantage right away.
That's what Jeter told us the other day.
Hey, he's saying enjoy your day today.
I want you to assume that you're here to win.
That's easier said than done.
Of course,
So you can say you're going to win every game and go in and half-heartedly believe, but until you get success on the field, which they have this year as they're in the league division series here, but until you have that success and you believe that you actually can do it, that is a hard lesson to learn. Every team goes, we're going to win, you know what, there's really only a few that have an opportunity. So now that they've seen it on the field, all these lessons become easier to teach.
And you came into a winning culture, too, when you got dealt to St.
Top
Louis.
of the sixth, 2 outs.
And Atlanta, for that matter, too. You came into winning.
First base.
I have been so spoiled
Is
to be
loaded,
with two of
second,
the great
third, empty
organizations
for
in baseball
Atlanta.
history, with the Braves and the Cardinals, and be with the Cardinals this long. But to AJ's point, you can say it all day long, but believing it is a whole different thing.
Darno pops it up on 3-0. Aguilar runs out of room.
3-0 swing of 7,
Yeah.
by the way. Times they are a change.
They are. More 3-0 home runs in the regular season this year than we've seen in a long time, and that's with a short campaign. Obviously, we're looking at the rates of those 3-0 home runs.
How do you feel about that, Wayno? 3-0 up?
Star giving me a big hug.
Feeling that you were going to ask me that.
Yep.
Well, I was asked about Tatis's homer earlier this year, too.
Top of the sixth,
that he
2
hit
outs.
with 3-0. But you know what? With dynamic offenses sometimes that you're playing against, there's really no lead that's safe anymore almost.
That's what we think. I mean, we were talking, AJ,
Taking
maybe
the walk.
within the week that the Tatis thing happened. Didn't Philadelphia come
First
back
and second base loaded.
against the
Third
Marlins?
base
They
is
were
empty.
down, the Phillies,
2
sorry,
outs
Blue Jays,
on
Phillies.
Atlanta.
They had
Top of the
this big
6th.
comeback in multiple games back to back. So that point was made right there that you're saying, Wayno, it doesn't feel like in modern baseball that any lead is safe. That makes it more exciting. They're checking on Yimi Garcia right here. 2 outs here in the 6th, 2 on for the Braves. We'll step out for a moment. We're back in 30 seconds.
There are things we love, but don't exactly ship.
Oh. You are so correct. Many people are dying around me. Stay safe. Yes.
A cut for a strike. First 2 were retired by Yimi Garcia. He struck
There was a college.
Got Freeman to ground
Where
out.
was it?
Single by Ozuna.
That they were having a party
And
for
Juan
just
Garneau.
people who were positive. So just people who are positive can have a party. Can go party.
Marlins in their
And they
first
got in trouble for it,
postseason
obviously.
in
And I was
17
like,
years.
oh my gosh.
Braves trying to reach the NLCS for the first time in 19 years.
But yes, if you want things to get better, everyone has to follow the rules.
Having a hard time getting on the same page. To button up your point, Adam, about the 3-0 swing and Wayno, I'm all for it. Look, the game has changed to a point where everything is pretty much off the table now, so go for it. We saw it in the San Diego game last night. You got pitchers throwing hats and gloves, batters throwing bats, screaming at each other. I mean, hey, if this is the way it's going to be, then let's roll with it. Let's run.
Yeah.
Let's run with it. Have fun. And let's have nobody get their feelings hurt. How about that?
Yeah, it's an evolving game constantly. And it's a cyclical game, I would say, too, right? Like, it's not always going to be played the way it's played in this 10 to 15 year stretch. Guys evolve, guys adjust, teams make different changes. They decide they want a different approach. Nobody talked about anything like what we talk about today with the volume that we talk about it with until Billy Beane started doing this. You know, like the Oakland, that was considered
700 new cases
shocking.
Today alone in Ontario. That's Southern Ontario. Southern Ontario,
Now it's as
most
common
likely.
as anything. So the game continues to evolve, and the personalities will continue to do so as well. And I'm all for it here. Balk here against Yimi Garcia.
I think that was a delay of game penalty.
5-yard penalty, both runners advance.
The 3-0 count is also the only time pretty much that a hitter, especially nowadays, can be almost guaranteed that they're going to get a fastball.
And that almost is a little loosely used right now, it feels like, with certain pitchers, I would think.
And then you get, I've heard our hitters talk about this a lot. You take 3-0, you get the heater down the middle, right? Then you got a 3-1 breaking ball and a 3-2 breaking ball.
Both runners advancing.
It can be tough.
It's harder. It's
There's
more
a 5-yard
strategic.
penalty or something like that, they said? I don't know.
Is more molecular now than it ever has been. It really
So
becomes
second and
about,
third base
appreciating that a guy can come
is
out
loaded.
100
There's 2
and then
outs.
throw the nastiest
Top of the
78
sixth,
mile an
Atlanta's
hour
at
curveball
bat.
you've ever seen, and then back it up with an 89 mile an hour slider. And you have to hit that. That's the beauty. That's the chess match that we got to remember to appreciate. And that's more apparent now than it ever has been in this game. Albies pops it up to Anderson to close out the frame. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 7-0 Atlanta.
Bottom of the 6th now, going into. It is still 7-0 Atlanta. Oh, I put a regular coal in the freezer for you, and I put on a so at 5 o'clock. I put 2 in the freezer. Just make sure that they're both in there. One at the top and then one at the bottom. I just put them in 15 minutes ago. Oh, okay. I put them in for 45 minutes. Okay. Oh yeah. I gotta shower after this. I gotta shower. I gotta shave my legs. I don't care who knows that. I gotta shave my legs. I'm gonna shave them. I'm gonna shave my legs. I'm gonna exfoliate. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna exfoliate. I'm gonna shave my legs. I know. I kind of want to paint my toenails. Should I paint my toenails? Should I be like kind of girly-ish? Like. I feel like I don't dress like particularly like I don't dress like, oh my gosh, that's so girly, or like oh it's just so like masculine or whatever. I just like I dress what I want to dress in. I'm like I like this shirt. Is this a guy's shirt? No, this was actually a girl's shirt. This is actually a girl's fit of a shirt. This is I thought I was wearing my Guns N' Roses. I'm not. I'm wearing the little AMYAMOR shirt. Little AMYAMOR. These pants, guys, pants. Like, I honestly just don't care. I just, like, if I like it, I'm gonna wear it. I don't care if it's girls' clothes or guys' clothes. I'm like, if it's comfortable and I enjoy it, I'm going to wear it. That's my mentality. I'm like, I like it, I'm wearing it.
'25-year-old in his playoff debut. Let him try to maybe finish out 6 before turning it over.
Well, he'll be going. Stitt will be going hitter by hitter. just in
I
case
didn't
something
mean to
should
go.
ruin. He's going to have all
But I'm here
hands on
now.
deck available. He's got to get 12 more outs. Sid is not going to let this kid get into trouble. He wants him to walk off the mound with a positive feeling and a positive vibe, get ready for the next round.
This was a huge
Guys,
performance.
vote in the comments down below.
But you've got 3 guys.
Should I paint my toenails tonight?
In the longer series, that's going to come in. Like
I was thinking of going for like,
you got 2 guys, that's great.
like
but when
a
you can
nice
count 3,
little
that's
color.
huge.
If I found like a fall type color, I would
Bouncing
probably
ball
put
from
that on.
Anderson to third. This Braves bullpen has been.
Why do I keep going to Snapchat? I keep clicking Snapchat. I need to click at YouTube. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Monsters for their David. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way in.
Right now.
A quick little commercial break here. I'm gonna try to go to. I'm trying to get to the chat so I can read it. People letting their guards down. True. It's not over and it won't be for a long time. No. It won't be. Especially at the rate that it's going. It's not going to go away anytime soon.
Absolutely. Either way, regardless.
Unless
the
people
Dodgers are up 2-0 on the Padres as they'll flip
follow the rules and just
home
like
and away
stay away from
their
each other.
neutral side in Arlington. But 2 of the best offenses in all of baseball.
Figure everything out.
Power and speed combo that the Padres have littered throughout their lineup. And I mean, we've already talked about how
here for it.
the deepest team in all of baseball the Dodgers are. 9th inning issues though last night.
Pumpkin orange, pumpkin color. I was thinking about doing orange. Oh my gosh, I think I might actually have orange. I made of orange.
With Joe Kelly last
Oh my gosh, I
night,
should have
Kenley
been
Jansen really struggled
orange.
to get guys out.
What do you do if you're Dave Roberts? Jansen's been
Nail
there for a
painting
long time.
stream. Showing my toes on camera. I told you guys, nobody gets free feet pics.
Jansen is Kelly to someone else? Sure.
No free feet pics.
Well, you got a couple of other incredible options. The young fella throwing his hat and glove for throwing 100 miles an hour.
Can you imagine if he got the save to win
No
the
free
series?
feet pics.
What he would do? I mean,
I will give you a deal, $40 for one.
But you also
I
got
will give you a
Trayvon,
deal.
who is nasty.
65 for two.
3-2 to Cooper is back to the mound.
You know?
Kyle Wright.
I'm totally kidding, by the
Second
way.
out.
If anybody's new here to this channel, I'm not serious. I'm not gonna sell my feet pics.
So tough. It's such a
I'm not serious
difficult
about that.
line that you're walking, AJ, to your point.
Couldn't make bank.
Jansen's been your guy.
Couldn't make bank.
You know,
But my
the
dignity.
struggles he's had.
But money.
I love Kenley Jansen.
But money.
He's had some
But my
massive,
feet.
massive moments
My feet
in
are
the
out there.
postseason for the Dodgers these last several years.
Hey, John
He's had
Brooks,
some
what's going on?
massive
I'm kidding though.
blow-ups in
Sure.
9th
No, I'm
inning.
seriously kidding. I don't know what's going on.
It sucks if you're Dave Roberts.
It's not fun.
It sucks.
It's not fun at all.
You imagine
Become
you
a
have to walk
member
in
to
and say,
see
"Kenley,
one
we got
nail
one
painted
more
and
lead,
no
we're not
toes."
getting up tonight.
No
He has to look
toes.
his guy in the eye for the last
John Brooks chilling out.
No, Kenley's the best, one of the best that's ever done it.
Yeah.
In that inning.
Did you see his John?
Plus, that's a big man.
My Braves are moving on to the next round. They definitely are. By the time it's the 8th,
Get on his bad side.
You don't want him coming
by the
out.
time it's the 8th, Atlanta's. I mean, the game's gonna be over by the 8th. They're not even gonna go into the 9th inning. They're not even gonna bother because they know Miami's not even gonna be able to get like 8 points to win. Amy sells each of hers in memberships,
Walking
$10
run
extra
out
per
for
toenail.
Jazz Chisholm in
Yes.
his playoff debut.
You gotta know your worth.
2 balls and a
You
strike.
know? You gotta know your worth. And what you gotta do is you gotta shoot high, and then you negotiate. You know what I mean? This is the price you really want. This is the price you really want. This is what you shoot for. This is what you ask for. This is the price you want. This is what you ask for.
Look at him run.
Wow, he's fast, right?
It's business.
But a 1-2-3 6th inning. Kyle Wright.
It's business. This is what you want. This is what you ask for. And then I can't afford her foot counts. Oh my gosh. I want us to play the Dodgers in the next round, says John Brooks. I'm cheering for Atlanta. I'm cheering for Atlanta Braves. Probably I'm cheering for Atlanta Braves. Come on. That'd be a good game if they play the Dodgers. I think that'd be a really good game. Where is my... There it is. Where's my... Do you guys remember the movie Hot Chick with Rob Schneider? Where, like, Rob Schneider was, like, this, like... criminal dude, and then he, like, switches bodies with this, like... girl. This like preppy girl, like they like switch bodies. And then he wakes up and but like he's in her body. So then he gets up to go to the bathroom and then he looks down and he says, "Where's my?" And then it like cuts out. And when I was a kid, I thought it was like earring. It wasn't. He was talking about something else. Because he was now in a female body. And he was like, "Where's my?" But I thought he was saying earring. He wasn't saying earring. It was never earring. It was never earring. See if there's anything on the MLB app. Oh my gosh, look how bougie that is. The MLB app. Tripper just be vibing though. I want Dodgers game way back. Dodgers say, you did? Do you know how freaking cool that'd be? Back in LA Hollywood boy band days. It was sort of a big deal. I would love to go to LA someday. It's a long flight. LA is a really long flight from here because you would have to go from here to down to Toronto, which is even farther away. And then you gotta go, I don't know, is there any direct flights from Toronto to LA? Probably. It's about like a 3-hour flight from Toronto to Orlando. It was about like a 3-hour flight, I think. It's 3 hours, so it'd probably be like a 6 hour, wouldn't it be? 7-hour flight? I don't know. No, it wouldn't be that long. Probably like a 5-hour flight from Toronto to... I don't know.
Retired by Kyle Wright. Ryan Stanek is in for the Marlins as we start the 7th. And Dansby Swanson's ahead of the count 2-0.
Yeah, this is game 3.
That's a good feeling right there when you see your teammates coming over there. He's overcome a lot this year. Like you said, he's been sent down already. You know, he had a couple of rough starts, especially against them during this season. Yep. He came out today and proved that he can pitch against anybody on any stage. That showed a lot.
The Braves have won this game. It's over. Yeah, it's the top of the 7th.
Showed a lot to his team. Showed a lot to himself too. He's gonna come away feeling really empowered by this moment. I feel like.
Well, that was one of the stories, right, AJ? Does the Braves starting rotation have enough?
No, but it was actually a game. Yes, yeah.
For multiple starts through a long series. And I mean, you don't know if that's the case going forward, but today, man, Kyle Wright was really
Davian.
Him, Ian Anderson yesterday.
Yep, absolutely.
Max Fried struggled a little bit in game 1, but bullpen picked him up. They have 3 legit starters that can go into whoever they play in the next round. They finish this off.
What are they gonna do? How do you say it?
They have an opportunity to win those 3 games. That's a huge feeling.
I can't do it.
He was in cruise control about the last 3
innings. That's kind of close.
Boom, 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 1, 2, 3. Boom, 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 1, 2, 3. And there was nothing.
Maddie, won't be a need for game 4 because it's just sweet. Yeah, exactly.
Sitting back and enjoying the ride.
2-2 on Swanson. There his way outside.
Is that 7? Miami has 0, so...
Third team in postseason.
Probably after the 7th, they'll probably just like end it.
In 3 of their first 4 postseason games, that was the big note that we saw yesterday. The 1905
Unless you're gonna try
New
in the
York
8th
Giants
and then just like...
were managed by John McGraw that year. They won the World Series that season.
3 games.
There's a 3-2. Swanson skies it very high into shallow right for birdie.
Ouch.
John McGraw had the most postseason ejections.
1 out for
in
Atlanta at the top of the
history
7th.
until Robert Joseph Joseph
Hey,
Cox
Chipper.
surpassed him in his
Hey,
career
baby.
with the most ejections. So a fun little footnote
We
there.
having
Again,
some
hope you're
good
doing well,
dreams?
Bobby Cox, watching at home.
We having
The other
some
team
good
was the
dreams,
1966 Orioles. Frank Robinson, Brooks
having some nice
Robinson, Jim
dreams?
Palmer was on that staff.
I be having weird
Luis
dreams.
Aparicio
Hey,
in
baby.
the starting
I
lineup
be
that
having
year.
really
That was
weird
also a World
dreams.
Series team.
Hey.
So good omen if
I
you're
really
the Atlanta
weird
Braves
dreams.
organization right now. Here's Duvall.
I don't think any manager in the history of the game stood up for his players more. And Bobby Cox would just run out there.
Your
sometimes
boy
and get
band
ejected
was? You
just
put
for
the name
fun.
of your boy band
I was
too?
just thinking the same thing.
There were days I think he was just like, I'm gonna get ejected today, no matter what. It was like you'd be watching the game and you wouldn't even. It was like he wasn't even paying attention. Someone yelled, "Ah!" He'd look up, Bobby Cox would get ejected.
I got a great story about that, about Brian Snicker.
Hit me.
Here we go. Brian Snicker in the minor leagues, he runs out, and I was on the Double-A team. Skip Schumacher was playing on the other team,
Sure.
or he was playing with us also, or he's playing on the other team. Sorry, against the Double-A.
What was your boy band name? It doesn't say.
We're losing.
I don't see it on my end.
Cardinals are beating us, and he needs to pump it up a little bit. So Snicker runs out on the field and says, "That's a great call. That's a great call. You nailed that call. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to throw me out right now." He's like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "I'm serious. My team needs to get pumped up, and that was a great call.
Is it
You gotta throw me
EVOO?
out
Is
right now."
EVOO? Was that your boy band name?
I remember I talked
Like
to Skip
BTS,
after the
but it's
game, and he
like
was like,
EVOO?
"I cannot believe what I just heard
EVOO.
Brian Snicker do."
Ooh,
It
EVOO.
was pretty awesome.
I'm just going to say nice things about everybody in very violent tones, I think, from here on out.
EVOO coming in hot.
Wayno, you have done a very nice job here this week.
Well, Ralph is hot.
I appreciate you as a person. You nice man.
Appreciate that. Do I have to throw you out now?
Here's what I want you
Ralph
to
is
do.
hot.
I'm going to leave, and you and AJ handle
Well,
this.
Ralph is hot. There's so many things that rhyme with hot.
We can't do that.
EVOO coming in hot. Come back to my hotel room, do some shots.
I
don't know. Well, Ralph is hot. Shots?
There's a plexiglass
Yeah.
between us right now.
Take some shots.
We're being safe, y'all. We got these glass
I like how
separators.
that glass keeps creeping.
The
a
ladies
little
love me
bit
'cause I'm
closer
really
and closer to you
cool.
as AJ
Oh, yeah.
spreads it out.
You know, he's playing this I got a big wide back
Drink
thing.
some champagne by the bowl.
Extreme, too.
You are very strong, AJ.
Oh, jeez. Nobody let me become a
He's like
freestyle
the guy that
rapper.
sits down next to you, the little tiny
Yeah,
guy.
anyone do please subscribe for more freestyle
Dude,
rappers.
I'm 6'7". Give me some space.
I swear,
Oh,
I'm not
so
that guy.
bad.
I try not to do that. on airplanes,
EVOO coming in hot. Coming back to the hotel room. And do
Speaking of
some
that, did you
shots.
see Matt Excursion who did the
Or,
game for MLB
yeah.
Network yesterday? He was on the bus to Texas, Arlington to do the game tonight, and he
EVOO
sent a
coming in
photo of
hot.
how much legroom he didn't have on the bus.
EVOO
Matt is
coming
just,
in hot right
just
now.
shaking his
Go
head
and
all
do
week
some
every
shots.
time we check in with him.
Why am I thinking so hard
John
about
Smoltz
this?
and JP Morosi are good friends. Will be up the
Come hang with my
highway
friends
here
over at
I-45 to Arlington. They'll have Game 3 on MLB Network between the
they'll have
Dodgers
to do some bad
and the
little things.
Padres tonight. A's, Astros, and Rays, Yankees on TBS with Game 4
I'll treat you
later
right.
today.
You will see. You always see me on TV.
Appreciate all the great crews across national TV.
I don't know what's going on. It makes zero sense because I don't know how to rhyme. Oh, Lord. Anyways. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. Welcome to the mess that is me. Somebody smash a thumbs up button on your way in. And do you know why I think I chose that rhythm? M to the B.
Astros, Zach Greinke mouthed the pitch today, and Ramon Laureano proceeded to hit it for a 3-run homer.
M to the B,
Oh,
M to the
man.
B, M,
He
M,
told
M,
him
M,
what was
to the
coming,
B.
and he didn't miss it this time.
Have you ever seen, wait, have you ever seen anything like what we've seen from Zach Greinke at
I
various
think it was a
points where he's
diss
just
track.
basically yelling to his catcher, fastball, curveball coming.
I think you could say that about a lot of things that Zach's done over the years. Zach's an interesting guy, man. He's got a lot of quirky little things he does, but everybody who's
Hey,
ever played
Eminem,
with
give a
Zach
call to
Greinke
Maddie,
loves
the next
Zach
big
Greinke.
rap
The biggest
star.
competitors maybe anybody's ever
Oh,
been
it's so
around the
bad.
last 10 years.
And
Who's winning tonight, Buccaneers or Bears?
When I was in
Buccaneers.
AAA playing against Zach Greinke, he wanted to stop playing.
Buccaneers.
He wanted to
I
stop
would have to
pitching
say
and
the
go play
Buccaneers.
shortstop.
Wow.
Just because they have Brady and Brady has been doing fantastic. I think he's gotten,
Chisholm is
wasn't it like 12
and
touchdowns?
that'll do it for the Braves. 7th, they go down in order. Stretch time here in Game 3.
Hasn't he gotten 12 touchdowns, Brady? Or something like that? It's Molly Minaj. Why gotta do is just go to the arm? Some coming Nikki and some coming ramen. Please, I'm in a pizza. What was that? Oh, excuse me. Can you please not do that, like right now? Thank you. It feels like my diaphragm is spasming. Stop, please. It's so weird. That was the weirdest feeling. That was the weirdest feeling. It just felt like my freaking diaphragm was spasming. Probably because of how freaking aggressive my hiccups were earlier. You're not a mess, Molly. Your dad is a mess. That's where I get it from. That's where I get it from. Monster the Bucks, but not because of Brady. Bucks because Brady's there, and also they've been doing very well as a team so far. I agreed. I love for the Buccaneers to win as well. Long story. I'm legally obligated now. Meh. Is that my heart doing that? I don't think so. No, my heart's good. My heart's good. I was like, was that my heart? Amy taught me how to be a hashtag hot mess. Oh my gosh. What's a rap song that I know? Oh, I know one. I can't say it. I can't say all of the lyrics though. I'm a phenomenon, and I gotta bring pain to the octagon. When I want to think game, that's how I'm gonna get accused of laying in the Autobahn fast. I can't talk that fast. I only think that fast like once in a while. I can talk really fast, but like sometimes I cannot talk fast at all. If I'm thinking too hard, I can't really talk fast. But then like, if I'm just like talking, I can talk kind of really fast, but like only a little bit. And then in my head, I understand what I'm saying, but I don't know if anybody else understands what I'm saying. Do you understand? Do you get it? Like I'll talk fast, and then my dad will be like, "What are you saying?" And I'm like, I just said this. And he's like, you're talking too fast. I don't no idea what you're saying. Anyways. My brain goes quick. my brain goes the big fast. The big fast. Yesterday I literally just said the big laugh. Because I seen that in a post because someone was trying to spell hilarious. And I don't really know how to spell hilarious. I've tried so hard so many different times. Sing Eminem. Oh geez, which one? Oh no, which one?
Deals with Miguel Rojas to begin the bottom of the 7th inning. And
I created a monster because nobody wants to see Marshall from more than one shitty on chopped liver. But if you want to see the shitty, this is what I keep. Little bit of meat, this is a holiday. The doctor gets up to start a house, get a shot, get checked at the hospital, but the doctor will not cooperate. The doctor didn't want to operate.
Breaks away from lefties.
Back on the dragon, I'll be laden. The lady and John trained to be your husband's heart problem. It's complicated. Well, the FCC won't let me be, let me be me, so let me see. Try to shut me down on MTV. So empty, come on, yet can't sing. These lyrics because they are very inappropriate.
I love that angle.
Just looks like a Japanese, so everybody just follow me.
This is why you put
how does it?
Just really hard. You got 98, and then he throws you a changeup, and you roll it over to shortstop.
Lewis Brinson.
Monster, you might want to get a casket ready for the Marlins to be buried. Yes.
Sierra.
Lower them into the grave. Oh my gosh. Put them out of their misery.
3 games in this series.
My gosh.
And
Bottom of the 7th. If they even go into the 8th, I'm gonna be shocked.
Pop and you see it from that angle.
As a left-handed hitter, that still gives me the chills. Thinking about having to
I
face
love that
guys like
song.
this coming in out of the bullpen throwing 98.
I'm just playing
Gotta look
music.
at this
Arms are
one more
heavy,
time.
bumming on the sweater
The
already.
director, Mitch Raven,
Mom's
shows it to
spaghetti,
us.
he's nervous. But on the surface, he's calm and ready to drop bombs.
So you think they want to be a big league hitter?
You think it's easy to hit in the major leagues?
Constantly contact over crowd. back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh,
I was
there
just
goes
looking
gravity.
back through some of the stats on the right today.
Anyway,
Not how you draw it up. 9 for 23 on first pitch strikes.
I never had
Started
faith
for the
in them,
Braves.
just like my
That's usually
Jays.
a recipe for not so much success.
Jays got freaking dominated that one.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that one time. More than once. But oh my gosh.
He got some
R.I.P.
expanded
Miami.
swings, though. The Marlins got in some situations. They got a little over anxious.
R.I.P.
And
Miami.
instead of waiting him out and almost letting him put himself into
I like my
situations
teams
that
and a fan, but I'm
could have been
realistic.
worse, they swung at some pitches and got him out of a couple jams.
Never watched a Marlins game until now. Yeah, same here. I've never seen a Marlins game until this moment. Damien and John saying hello to each other.
1-2 on Brinson. To back your point up, Wayno, the Braves have thrown 46 innings.
You were up at 9,
In
6
this playoff
deprivation.
so
What's the
far,
hesitation? What's the
coming into the
reservation? You
seventh.
would chip a window destination. You need
43
separation.
of
You need
those
recreation.
innings have
Coming
been
knocking every day.
scoreless
Friends gotta
innings.
sneak in and break it up. Chill, chill, chill. Listen, need to turn this
Marlins
into
did
chill.
not score yesterday. They haven't scored since they scratched home run in the top of the 8th inning.
You walk in with a permit
Off of
on your
Chris
hair. It's
Martin
like
in
a
game
weed
1.
dance. Oh, if you need to
Pitcher
play.
Swanson. Easier play this time. It's 2 up and 2 in.
I think I'm ready to drop out
They'll bring up
the
Jorge Alfaro. Lowest postseason ERA through 5 postseason games. We mentioned those Giants in 1905. They were World Series winners. The Reds in 1919, of course, that was marked by the Black Sox scandal. Cubs in 1907 were World Series champions.
I look at that and I go, all right, so basically we haven't seen anything like this.
I don't have a scrunchie on my wrist. That's
First
weird.
pitcher.
I usually have a
Like
scrunchie on my
ever,
wrist.
Yeah.
you know.
Fire Star, shut it, Damian
I
Brady is
certainly hope the
not a
1905
cheater.
Giants were the champions if they never gave up a run. I mean, the old saying is, Adam, I don't know if you know this or not, but the team that scores the most runs wins every game.
That is incredibly big if we can prove that to be true somehow.
Was that bullpen ERA or just ERA?
That's overall
That was
ERA.
overall ERA.
Okay.
Yeah.
In 1905, they didn't even have bullpens.
That's what I was thinking.
The starter went out there and pitched every
Well,
game.
here are the pitchers. I looked this up last night after I saw the note. Christy Mathewson,
Okay.
sure, obviously one of the first Hall of Famers. Red Ames, who had a very good
I
run
kind of
that year.
think it was
And then Joe
proven that he
McGee,
was
another
fired
Hall
for
of Famer,
real.
so
Yeah. And as little coach several times, why did he get
impressive
fined?
names
Yeah, no, they
in
actually
the history
did.
of that franchise.
He's a cheater. He literally did cheat.
I heard Vasquez
They literally
say it
deflated
yesterday.
the
He's
ball,
like, since
so
the
yeah,
05
they did.
Giants, or 05
They actually
Braves,
just
I'm
like
wait, did Matt get something wrong? 05? And I looked up, it was 1905.
2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Yeah, but he still is.
2005 Giants had a pretty good run too, right?
That's a fair point.
Did they?
I'm thinking about 2002.
She opened her eye, then she went back down, she snuggled her
05
face
was a
in.
great year for me.
Real
Dusty,
tall.
Dusty,
Giants so much.
2005.
Dusty Baker managed in 02. There's a strikeout of Alfaro. My goodness. AJ Minter on a
End of the 7th, looking like we're going on to the 8th, which is shocking. They got in trouble filming others' practices also. I totally forgot about that. That actually happened. I thought it was just, I forgot that actually happened. I thought I just like imagined that happened. That was real? Oh, that was not a fever dream? That actually happened? That's like such movie stuff. That is such like a movie thing to do. It was like when the Fairchilds and Blades of Glory, the brother and sister duo, were filming James McElroy and Jimmy McElroy and Chaz Michaels. And they got their sister to go in, who plays Pam on The Office. Jenna Fisher was going in and recording their practices and stuff. They got fined. Well, yeah. Of course they got fined. They better got fined. That's so funny. That's wild. Also, some of the NFL memes that come out have me dying. Yo, the poor Falcons fans. The poor Falcons fans. Oh, jeez. Top of the 8. Let's go. Yeah. Top of the 8. Where is... What? It says tonight's game will feature the first ever father-son matchup between quarterbacks in NFL history, and then it shows Tom Brady, then the Chicago Bears, then the comment says the GOAT and some dude named Tom. Oh my gosh. My Falcons will be better next year. This just wasn't our year. For me, for my team, the Giants, it's just never our year. Every year is not our year. Since 2012, it has been a steady decline.
You get the opportunity to go to. I've been down there with my children before, and it is really impressive. They have all the
2012 was when we won the Super Bowl, and then I just the last Super Bowl win. That's just downhill from there.
At the places down south, just south of
Big
Houston.
old slap on the wrist.
This is a great time to bring that up. I had to battle half my team thinking the Earth is flat this year, and they think we've never been to the moon and all kinds of crazy stuff. We've got a bunch of flat earthers.
I imagine it makes for interesting clubhouse conversation.
So Carpenter, yes, flat earther. Carlos Martinez, definitely a flat earther. Gotti's more of a round earth kind
Smartest guy on the team, Paul DeYoung, is a flat earther. Never seen it.
Paul DeYoung, guy who actually does like NASA-like investigations into his swing.
Mm-hmm. And I have a really good friend who is just like wanted to grow up being an astronaut her whole life, and it makes her like mad with like fury, like tears coming down that somebody would ever think that we've never been to the moon.
It's upsetting. You're dashing dreams at that point. That's not good. There's a 2-2.
Right. Tony La Russa, flat earther.
How did they get on the topic of conspiracy theories? Now they're talking about flat Earth and...
I don't know if this is a live shot right now, but I mean, do you really
that's just a conspiracy. That's not
that's
from
right.
a real telescope.
No, that's true. Fabricated.
So when we send people up in space and they're up there, and I know a couple astronauts.
You know, that's a heck of a flex right there. I know.
That's a heck of a flex. I was about to say.
Look down and they said it's round.
Yeah, they're lying.
Weird flex, but okay. Like, yeah, no, I know a couple astronauts. That's a weird flex, but okay.
All those years of work you put into becoming an astronaut. Sorry.
Not out of my mouth.
Wow.
It's 7-0 if you didn't figure it out based on the conversation alone. It's 7-0 in the 8th inning. 3-2 on Austin Riley from Boxberger.
Austin Riley, when I look at him and I just go, that guy is a third baseman. Doesn't he just look like a patented third baseman built looking guy?
You could be looking at a Ken Caminiti right now, since we're in Houston. We dropped that.
He reminds me of Troy Glaus a lot.
Oh, great comparison, former Angel. Well, one on here to start this inning. We got Kevin Burkhardt in the studio. He's got a game break for us. KB. Everybody's invited to our baseball convo. Here's Acuna. Wow, Carlos Correa having a massive series in the American League Division Series against the A's pitching staff.
Holy alien eyes.
The pregame show, David Ortiz, definitely a flat earther.
Flat earther?
Yes, no doubt.
Are we just going to, I mean, we can spend the rest of the time just naming them. I think it'd be a funny list. It'd be a really good list. High profile names.
If I had to guess, when I'm looking at Greinke,
even the announcers know
I think
it's
he's
over
telling
yet.
the catcher what sign they're going to go. Or what
sequence?
What sign? Maybe he's already put signs down. Maybe he goes, hey, do the second one.
Gotcha,
you know,
gotcha.
Because he throws a slider. I don't think it's a curveball. I mean, you know, maybe his sign is first, slider is 2. I don't know. But
they were literally just talking about flat Earth.
It would be the first time we've done it.
No.
How the moon landing was fake.
I'm going with the conspiracy.
And how this one guy knows
We're already
astronauts.
this deep into it, man. Let's go. Acuna, another sky
He was like,
high.
oh yeah, no, I know a few
Somehow
astronauts.
avoids all the
Then
metal
the
up
other
there.
dude was
Ooh,
like,
they
that's a
made
weird
Mark
flex.
Richards there.
Okay.
Putting out.
Oh, that's so funny.
So this is what you see that you just put the 2 fingers up, right there. You'll see it.
I understand what you're saying, like he's telling the sequence, but he goes right into the set. He doesn't step off and reset. He goes 2, boom, 3-run Jimmy Jack.
yeah, he did.
Maybe the tongue out is a clue too.
I don't ever attempt to know.
Not sure what
exactly
NFL
he's thinking.
game
I
we are
know he's
doing
a-
Sunday. Stay tuned on
usually a
Community
few
tab.
levels ahead of everybody.
Yes.
He's a
when
flat
that
earther.
Stay tuned on Community.
That'd be something good to know, actually.
Here's Freeman. We'll take high and away from Brad Boxberger. And Astros have a 2-1 series lead on the A's, who kept things alive yesterday, but Astros in front now. Rays and Yankees will have Game 4 later today. Ryan Thompson and Jordan Montgomery are the slated starters.
The announcers are just talking about flat earthers because
And
they
it
know
was announced
the
a
game is
little
out.
while ago. Adrian Morejon will go for the Padres,
Oh my
and Dustin
gosh.
May will get the start
It's
in
like-
Game 3 in a potential clincher for the Los Angeles
top of
Dodgers.
the 8.
Flame-throwing Dustin May.
Interesting that it's not Paddock for the Padres.
Yeah,
They said I think he's going to start
Game 4 if they get there, yeah.
But if you don't get to Game 4,
Yeah.
Paddock doesn't start in this series. Are they losing faith in him? Because he was their stud for this year.
And obviously losing Lamet, I mean, who knows what the series would look like if Dinelson Lamet was healthy. Obviously Clevenger gave it a go the other night, just didn't have anything to deliver, so he's done for not only this series, but if the Padres were to come back, he'd be done for the NLCS as well, because he was taken off in the middle of the series. Second walk of the inning issued by Boxberger. 2 on and 1 out here in the top half of the 8th inning. Well, 1 in 5
Second
kids
walk.
in the U.S. may not be able to afford to play next year. We're reminding you that you can text Little League to 313131. Every text is a $1 donation from T-Mobile to their Little League call-up grant program, so the kids can keep.
Did y'all see? There was one specific video. It happened probably so many
Little
times.
League baseball.
But there was this one specific video of
Maybe
the
one of the
pitcher,
greatest things on earth.
and he pitches the ball, and the dude,
Back in the day when baseball cards were a real big deal,
And
we
the,
had the card shows on
batter
opening day, we had a
hits
big
the ball,
parade.
and it goes and it
One of the
hits
best
him
parts,
right
I
in
don't think they
the
do
right
this
in the
anymore, but
no-no
there used to be
area.
the
The
race
pitcher
to
right in
the
the
snow
no-no area.
cones after the
He
game.
threw it. He hit it.
That was
Hit
my
the pitcher
favorite
right in the
part.
no-no. And I
We
was
were
like,
Dairy Queen kids. As soon as the game was over, we're going to get
the
peanut butter
no-no.
parfait and,
Am I 5?
and enjoy
The
it.
no-no area. You guys know what I mean. What did I say?
Here's
with the
Ozuna.
no-no area?
You think this feels good for Ozuna? They're about to beat his former team, the team that traded him away. Kind of like Adam Wainwright, being a big Braves fan growing up. Afraid Waino might, if the Braves win, he might run down there and jump in the pile.
I had so many friends of mine, really close friends, rooting for the Braves against me last year.
There's also one where the dude
They're listening right now.
hit it, and the
And-
ball
and
went
I
in the
just wanna
dude's
remind
face.
y'all
I was like,
that you rooted against me for your
oh, he
home team.
doesn't
So
pass well.
the Braves fans, they're so loyal. They don't care about friendships or anything else. They're all about Braves. And I let them all know about you, so you know who you are. You know who you are at home that rooted against me last year.
I was there. I was there. We called it on radio. I had your start in Game 3. What a great game that was. I mean, just in terms of the appreciation of the pitching in that game, strategy. Ozuna sends one into right field for birdie. 2 down.
Two outs now on Atlanta.
Travis d'Arnaud. How about this? So right now he
Hi everybody,
comes to
welcome
the
to
plate
Monster Sports Entertainment. Don't forget to smash that thumbs
with
up button
7
on your way.
RBIs in this series. Go back 100 years.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Pudge, Yachty, and the late great Gary Carter in that magical 1986 World Series for the New York Mets against the Red Sox. That's the top 4 in catchers producing RBIs.
Well, the difference is the one Pudge was in was a 7-game series.
That's
so
right.
A little bit different. And then
this might be a 3-game sweep, and d'Arnaud might have 10 driven in if he
stayed hot. Travis d'Arnaud.
Yeah.
Yachty's was 7.
That was a 7-game series.
Too.
Yep.
Who was the Gary Carter?
Gary Carter, 86. That was a 7-gamer. Remember, Buckner was Game 6. Yeah. Buckner was Game 6. And then Game 7, the Mets put it away. 1-1 on d'Arnaud.
Where was your name on that list, AJ? You were like
I was
6.
Next.
You were 6.
It just cut off. We had to cut it off at 4.
I got a text from my friend at home just now that said, "False, that wasn't me. I was rooting for you." Yeah, right. Yeah,
they're all flooding it now. There's a 1-1. And to get production like this, though, now, again, I know it's different. You know, everybody can hit. Everybody hits for power. Everybody hits home runs now. But just to see d'Arnaud do what he's done, and to have the faith put into him to be put in this cleanup spot, he did it 15 times during the regular season. They thought, all right,
how big a belly gets
Acuna,
when you got a baby.
Ozuna Freeman thing at the top.
I just saw a photo of somebody on
you have another
Instagram
block
who
here?
was pregnant, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I think it's another delayed game penalty by Wenger behind the plate. I didn't see Boxberger do anything again, much like when Jimmy Garcia got called for one.
Yeah. It goes down to the books as a block officially, but I think you're right. It wasn't like a movement thing necessarily or a set. Hammer to deep left field. If it's fair, it's gone. And Travis d'Arnaud just missed. My goodness.
He almost set the record by a lot.
Oh, by a wide mark. He might have put out a window here in Minute Maid Park. He already banged one off the metal yesterday to make some noise. He and Dansby Swanson. Wow.
He's hoping for it, but there's some Carlton Fisk.
Yeah, an indoor baseball
left
field
center
is kind of a
coming
weird
on
concept.
is Brinson, and he makes a great catch to end the inning. Nice play, Lewis Brinson.
We're going to be going into the bottom of the 8th here. NFL Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern, Los Angeles Rams versus Washington Football Team. Boom. Shakalaka. Oh my god, she just twitched. She's sleeping and she just twitched. She's sleeping and her head went. She's so cute. Her eyes are twitching too. I'm not looking at you, don't look at me.
You know, in the end, after just contemplating it, talking with some coaches a little bit, just felt like this was the way I wanted to go today.
No, just the Yankees coach.
Just moments ago, Carlos Correa belts a 3-run home run for the Astros. They are on Sportsnet right now, and
oh, for the Astros. Should have given him the home run. Wow. Yeah, apparently it was like just out or something like that. Also, what do y'all think of Among Us? Really weird. But like, I seen all these things about Among Us. I was like, everyone's obsessed with this game called Among Us. Everyone's talking about it. It came out in 2018, but now everyone hippie poppin'. Everyone's obsessed with it. like, oh, well, what's up with this game? Like, everyone's like so obsessed with it, and I was like, oh, people were obsessed with Fortnite, and I do not like Fortnite. I do not like Fortnite. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand why it's fun. I don't understand it. It's not my type of game. Among Us? Yo! I started understanding it more. And I watched a little bit of gameplay. That is sick. I love it. I want to play it. I have the app on my phone. I downloaded Among Us. And I seen some gameplay of it, and I was like, I understand. I was like, I get it. It's freaking cool. There's an imposter among us. Now I kind of understand some of the memes. I understand some of the memes now. Because, like, I get it. And I'm like, this is great. It's an actual, like, game that's trending that I don't like, that I actually like.
I mean, spotless in the regular season.
But,
another young, good arm coming out of the pen here for the Braves. Fastball changeup mainly for Jacob Webb. High octane again, 94, 95. Everyone throws 94, 95
You know,
these
it's going to
days.
be over, like, in probably less than 5 minutes.
Facing the top of the Marlins order and Birdie. And it feels like everybody's making playoff debuts, too. All these
Fortnite.
players.
I prefer anything over
the Miami
Fortnite.
Marlins had, what, something like 20 players make a major league
anything
debut
over
this
Fortnite.
year. Just with the situations,
Super
the way
Mario,
they were
Super
with COVID,
Mario.
with the shortened season, with the
Yes.
alternate training sites. Ton of
I
players
agree with you
made
on that
major
one, John
league
Brooks.
debuts this year. Maybe, I mean, Wayno, you were right in the middle of it with one of the teams that dealt with it maybe more than anybody else in baseball. You and your team of the Marlins, the Cardinals and Marlins, dealt with it a ton this year.
Yeah, we had 11 doubleheaders. They had 7, something like that,
7 doubleheaders,
doubleheaders.
yep.
And I can tell you, that takes a lot out of it. It takes a lot of people stepping up. It takes a lot of people.
Yeah, it's $5.
maybe
It's literally
might not
$5.
have been given the first
Among Us
chance
is
at the big leagues
$5
just yet to come up and be
PC.
impact
I don't know
players.
if it's on
We had all kinds of guys
PlayStation.
come up, just like the Marlins have, to make real
On Steam.
impactful
Oh, on
swings
Steam.
and pitches and pitch in big moments and get guys out that, you know, they never would have thought they were going to get a
Yeah,
chance
it's
to do.
$5 on PC and it's
Birdie
free
goes
on the
down
phone.
swinging. So many
obviously
players
there's
through the
in-purchase.
Marlins system this year. You
There's,
saw
like,
that graphic, how many pitchers,
in-game
position
purchases
players
you
they
can buy
use.
and stuff like that. Like,
And they did it with a lot of impressive maneuvering. Look at these trades. Stanton, Ozuna, Yelich, Realmuto. And again, this is a Marlins organization that for 20 years has been looked at as, oh, they won. All right, time for the fire sale, right? And that's been a trend, it felt like, for a long time. But the pieces that they got back have all been very important. You see Zach Gallen they got in the Ozuna deal. They shipped him off and ended up getting Jazz Chisholm, who started today for the Marlins in a playoff game. Like, those moves had major impact, and that's what you hope for when you make moves like the Marlins have made. So credit to the organization. They're in good standing maybe going forward.
Derek Jeter, we showed, Michael Hill, their other baseball ops guy. They've made the right moves for years, like you said.
I know I want to play Among Us, but I
throw
don't
it together, win,
know
and then
anyone
destroy it. Well,
who I can
Derek
play
Jeter
with.
right there, he's
Yeah,
in it for
like,
the long haul. And
there are like specific
Derek Jeter's not used to losing, so
servers you go on
he's going to do what it
for
takes,
Among Us
and he's
or
going to
something
get
like that
there.
as well, or something.
It's going to take some work, but they're on the right path. They have young prospects, they have young arms, they have position players coming. Just a really good job so far for the Marlins.
1-1
Now
on
you're
Dickerson,
gonna
who
stream
slaps
the
it the other
Braves
way
versus
for a base
Dodgers.
hit. He was a guy who was
We're
brought
gonna-
in and
We'll have to
found
see
a
my
nice home
school
in Miami.
schedule and
Tom
what's going
Verducci,
on
give
in
us
my
a little bit more of a big picture, 30,000-foot view of this Marlins organization.
Well, the phrase
Yeah, the
changing the
next
culture
stream,
tends to be overused
my
in
dad
sports,
will
but
be
it
Monster
applies
Factory
to the
Wrestling Super
Marlins,
Good
and it goes
pay-per-view.
much farther down from just this big league level. I'll give you an example.
Litchfield
2018
Survivor
was
at
the
11ish
first spring
a.m.
training of the
Eastern Saturday.
CEO Derek Jeter
So
led
stay tuned for
Marlins.
that.
And that was
11ish
Pablo
a.m. Saturday.
Lopez's first spring with the Marlins. He was
Eastern time.
acquired from the Seattle system after 5 years there.
Litchfield Survivor.
Pablo noticed right away
Monster
that the
Factory
players
Wrestling
were
with my dad.
running from the clubhouse
Check that out.
to the practice field. And when they were done, from the practice field to the clubhouse. That caught his attention.
Yes, that is.
And I'll tell you where it comes from. In 1995, Derek Jeter's first spring training with the Yankees, he was on a backfield in Fort Lauderdale with Don Mattingly. The team was on the road. There was literally nobody in the stands. And as they worked their way back across the main diamond from a backfield, Don Mattingly turned to Derek Jeter and said, "We better run." And Jeter said, "But there's nobody here." And Don Mattingly said, but you never know who's watching. Of course, that was a reference to the late Yankees owner George Steinbrenner.
Right.
And that is the attitude that Derek Jeter and Don Mattingly have brought to this team. You're seeing the Marlins in the postseason, but you're seeing the result of something that began a few years ago at the lowest levels in this system.
Real build by Jeter and Don Mattingly, Bruce Sherman we mentioned earlier. Aguilar pops it up to Albies. We may have discussed this a little bit, Wayno, but to tag on to what Tom was talking about, what to you makes a winning culture? You come from it. What makes it?
Well, anybody can do things right when everybody's watching. But one of the key things about winning organizations and winning traditions is who are you and what are you going to do when nobody's watching?
Sure.
And so that was a great lesson. I was just saying amen over and over again when Tom was telling that story about Jeter and Mattingly, because there's ways to do things correctly even when nobody's watching that you know of. But young guys, when I was a young guy coming up, you sponge off those older players, those veteran players. They're setting the example.
Brian Anderson sends one to deep left field, backing towards the wall, and it's run down by Duvall.
Ooh.
Another scoreless frame tossed up by this Atlanta. 8 shutout innings, a 7-0 lead, 3 outs away.
Don't stand so close to me. That's what they were playing. Don't stand so close to me. That was my face. Saturday morning supercard. You see tag champs Molly and Amy defend their Monster Factory Wrestling Tag Team Championships versus former tag champs. They won them from Minerva and Rhea Ripley. Ooh, freaking right, we won with Minerva and Rhea Ripley. One of the main events. Ooh. Oh, but hey. Oh. I was so confused. I was like, what does those numbers mean? I got spooked for a second, but we good. Oh yeah, that's not necessarily accurate. Don't stand so. Close. 2, 3. Hi. How are you guys? I love doing that. It's like fun. Anyways. I love doing that. I don't know why. I can't wait for the WWE draft. It's gonna be cool. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's coming up. Why are his pants so high? Why was his pants so high? They're going into the top of the 9th.
7 years of age and tossed a scoreless inning. He's pumped up in the dugout. That's awesome. Very cool for Nick Vincent to have his chance too. That's gotta be awesome. This guy is 34 years of age, a lot of minor league innings. He's been in the big league since 2012 with the San Diego Padres. This is his 5th different major league team, and he finally gets an opportunity to pitch in the postseason. I know it's 7-0. I know Marlins are on the verge of being eliminated, but just an awesome moment for this individual here.
This guy's got a nasty cutter.
Yeah. Gets a lot of fly balls.
She gets up and she stretches.
The shot we just showed, the great shot by our crew that we should have won. That pretty
She
much
gets
sums
up, she does a
the Atlanta
big
Braves
stretch.
fans right now.
Fair play.
And all of Wayno's Braves friends.
And then I'm like, oh, you're finally up. You're a big nap. Then she
Into the
turns
shift.
around. She
Albies is retired by Chisholm. There's one down. Do you remember your postseason debuts?
Maddie with the laughing face. I don't know what I said.
What was
I don't remember.
Oakland.
Because I said a lot of stuff like in my head, but I don't know if I said it out loud.
That's a nice little, another nice flex by AJ.
Please tell me about the only one that happens too, or else it might feel a little weird.
In 02, when the Twins made it, they had
Where like I'll say something in my head, or like I'll think something,
If you watch the movie,
and then I think I don't even know if I said that out loud or if that was in my head.
Did you ever get to meet the actor or like contact the actor?
No, I should. He's listening. Call me.
Yeah, hit up AJ. I'll send, DM me. I'll give you a cell.
What was amazing about that movie, it was all about on-base percentage and getting the right guys in there. You had 3 of the best starting pitchers in baseball.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 or 5, actually. If you look
Mulder,
at the whole-
Hudson, Zito.
Yep.
Then he had
3.
Koch at the end.
Yeah. And wasn't it like Aaron Herring was there and somebody else too, or was that?
Gil Heredia.
9-inning Braves. Let's close this out. Yeah.
Corey Lionel in here.
Let's not forget they had Miguel Tejada, who was the MVP. Eric Chavez was pretty good. I mean, they had a really good team. Scott Hatteberg was the star of the movie.
Yeah.
Also that year we ended the 20-game winning streak. They didn't show that either.
That was you. Yeah,
That was
you
also
guys.
our Twins team.
I cannot even imagine winning 20 straight games.
That's wild, right? 2002 ALDS. AJ made his playoff debut. 1-1 to Swanson. In the air, well struck. Dickerson over towards the corner and can't make the catch. Dansby Swanson around second, on his way to third as that ball's rolling down the line, and Swanson slides into third. Oh, what a
Slides
big
into
series for
third.
Dansby Swanson. A lot of extra base hits.
And that was a ball that went 310 feet, almost went under the ball. I think it went portrait. I think it went higher than it went far, and he just clips this a little bit out front. Good hustle by him to get to third. Dickerson gives it the old college try.
Ooh, Miami was gonna catch it to get the out.
Triple for Swanson. That'll bring up Adam Duvall, who has fanned 3 times and has doubled home a run. Wayno, your debut was in 2006 in the postseason. You were working out of the pen. Obviously, you had that great moment in the NLCS against the Mets in Game 7 at Beltron. But take me back to the NLDS, that first time you were out there for a playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, it was the thing I remember most about the NLDS was being, you know, the underdog in that series, facing Jake Peavy against Chris Carpenter in Game 1. We came in and
Yes, if you're new, please go subscribe to our YouTube affiliate partner in crime, AMYAMOR. Link is in the description down below, and we just dropped into the chat.
Game 4, I think, was Dave Roberts, manager of the.
Yeah.
2 outs for Atlanta now, not like it matters.
That was really cool for me because the year before I was the last guy
Still gonna win.
on the whole team that was ever going to get an outing, and they sent me home for the playoffs. I was the only one that got sent home for the playoffs. So a lot of things can happen in 1 year.
That was an interesting Padres team in 06. Mike Piazza was on that team. Adrian Gonzalez, Josh Barfield, Khalil Green. We said Dave Roberts, Mike Cameron, Brian Giles was the outfield most of the year that year for San Diego.
That's a good team.
Very good team.
Remember how slick Khalil Green was at short, too?
Well, you started, I'm just looking at your line. You started your postseason career not being charged with a run in 9 appearances in your first go at it. So pretty solid, bud. Nothing in 2 on Markakis. With a runner at third and Swanson and 2 out. Nick Vincent in his playoff debut.
Top of the 9th. 2 outs on Atlanta.
Marlins in the 9th will have Cooper, Chisholm, and Rojas. They'll be on the way up. The Atlanta Braves, 3 out. First National League Championship Series appearance.
Going on to the bottom of the 9th now. TikTok video. I was like, what the heck? It's like one of those dumb advertisement things. I was like, why did I get tagged in this? But the game's basically like over. They're giving Miami gets a chance in the bottom of the ninth to get 8 points and win, but like get even win, but Jeeps. I like Jeep Rubicons and Dodge Chargers. Hellcats are nice. The Hellcats? They're nice. I'm so hungry. Go cook for me, Wally. We gonna have some leftovers. No, Sean, you can't. LOL. Wally's like, no. Wally, the new Monster Factory Wrestling World Champion in the house. Ooh, Wally's a new champion. Nice. Timer should go off any second because the pops are ready in the freezer. Now big molly for me.
Right field as well for the Atlanta Braves. And a strike on Cooper. We've seen some debuts. We've seen some impressive offense from maybe some unexpected sources. It's been a fun 3 games.
Dad, remind me to take the freezers out of the pop. Don't make fun of me. Okay, do it.
Again, thankful to have
take the pop out of the freezers. Remind me to take the pop out of the freezers, other way around. Not the freezers out of the pop.
We appreciate you as
hey,
well.
Johnny, what's going on? I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Bring your wife to Houston as
take
well.
the freezers out of the pop.
Hope you enjoyed us. Hope AJ and I didn't give you too
I was halfway through the
time.
sentence and I said pop and I was like.
Certainly appreciate your contributions this week, man. It was a blast.
Just remind me when I get up.
Having a great time, still going on, having a great time, and want to thank y'all and Fox for the opportunity to come out here and do this. I've been wanting to do it for a couple years now, and thanks for inviting me. You know, I'm having a great time. Getting to talk baseball, which is one of my passions in the world, so it's really cool. But a lot of people have made sacrifices for me to be able to play this year and to do this. I got 5 kids at home, Bailey, and Morgan, and Macy, Sadie, and Caleb. Thank you all for letting me come home for a day and then turn right around and leave again for another week.
You're doing okay?
I love
That's
y'all
good.
so much. Daddy's almost home, so appreciate my wife putting up with me for a whole year. It goes without saying, but my family quarantined with me the whole year so that I could play baseball. Yeah. My kids didn't go to summer camp, didn't play summer or fall sports, so I really appreciate it. You know, it makes me feel loved, and lots of people, friends and family at home, been giving me encouraging texts saying, you know, you sounding all right, not too bad for a South Georgia boy. So appreciate all the fans and family and friends that have texted me and encouraged me along the way.
So you want hot pop? Interesting. Ew. Oh my gosh, imagine? No. Warm pop? That'd be disgusting. Like not even room temperature, just like
there was a time we didn't think we would even get to the playoffs. You know, out of the gate, there were some rough moments, including these Miami Marlins, who got a lot of flack, some of it proper and some of it maybe unfair.
Final nail in the old coffin.
They had their quarantine.
Yeah, bye Marlins.
But the sacrifices that families across baseball made, partners and wives and kids. Let's not forget about everybody on the periphery that has had to make a contribution to make this work. So we appreciate that too. 3-2 on Cooper, and he's still alive.
And this whole world's had to have a weird year, right? Like we've all had to make adjustments, and all these players, they love the game.
Everybody, welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way in. Anyone new here, please subscribe if you haven't already.
We wanted to go out there and bring some enjoyment to guys' lives this year, and these teams right now. Hopefully, there's a big Miami Marlins fan base and a big Atlanta Braves fan base that are really smiling about what's going on right now.
Cooper files it back. AJ and I spent a lot of time together across the country.
Yes, LA versus Washington.
Was in Orlando.
Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Certainly thankful for it. Not to get too deep into the weeds of this soliloquy. I just really appreciate it.
I was touched by what Adam said. The difference is I was stuck at home for 7 months. So he's like, thank you for letting me. Meanwhile, my family was like, thank you, Fox, for letting me leave the house.
Like I said, yin and yang.
Cooper breaks his bat, lines it to
breaks the bat.
Out number 1 here in the 9th inning. And of course, we got more playoff baseball, folks. We were very grateful to be here and watched it.
Woohoo! His bat broke. Back on now. We are watching Sunday's Fargo now and eating leftovers. Yeah.
Kids here. That's a big deal after such a long season. There's Chisholm. Now let's kind of spin it forward for these Braves. Not a lot of holes, at least based on what we've seen in the playoff games so far.
And then we have to wait till Sunday, and then Sunday's the new episode. And then we have to wait till the next Sunday after that, unless we
It's definitely going to be a step up in competition.
Yes.
From what they've seen, and nothing to take away from the Marlins. They had a tremendous pitching. Their offense wasn't great all year, but you start getting Dodgers, Padres, the two best records in the National League. It's a step up. It's going to be a fun championship series, whoever it is, and it's going to be tough to bet against the Braves because of the way their pitchers perform, but it's going to be a fun series.
The lineup depth is going to get a lot different, it feels like, compared to the first 2 series.
But the Braves have faced a lot of really tough pitching during the season as well.
Sure.
They're facing DeGrom and Wheeler and all those really tough pitchers from around the NL East. I mean, they've faced these guys all year too. And there's a lot of big arms that they put down so far.
They actually did better against all 3 of the other teams in the NL East in terms of team OPS, against the Nationals and the Phillies and the Mets, than they did against the Marlins. Ironically, and that's with the 29-run game that they had earlier in September.
They beat the reigning world champs, National, with Max Scherzer on the mound. I mean, he was going to text me if I didn't say his name and those great pitchers' names. But they've overcome some tough pitching, and they beat a tough.
Yeah, hopefully the Bears have a good game.
They're beating a tough Marlins team right now.
Turn it off.
Like AJ said, they're going to get a battle next round.
I mean, it wasn't easy in those first 2 games against Cincinnati either. Let's give them credit. Trevor Bauer was outstanding. Castillo was really sharp. It took that game winner from Freeman in the 13th in game 1. They got after it late in game 2.
That Reds team could have been dangerous if they got past the Braves. You never know with pitching like that. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, they're an interesting series for Cincinnati and Miami. 3-2. Chisholm squares one up and sends it to deep left field. Duvall is back at the wall, and it is going to be in play. A double for Jazz Chisholm. He just missed out on a postseason home run as he laughs with Albies about it. Good for Jazz Chisholm as he has his first playoff hit.
That ball's about
yes, let's end this game, Braves.
You don't see a ball often miss the Crawford boxes here in Houston. But this ball actually hits.
Wow! What an angle that was. That stayed in there.
It's the side of the wall.
They may take a look here just to see if maybe it was a home run. It didn't look like it on the replay, it did look like it just dropped below that kind of angled wall. Yeah, there it is. Great shot by our crew. That kind of railing fence area right there.
That might be the closest I've ever seen.
I agree with that. That's about as close as you can get. It like shaved off the side of it.
Yeah, smash that thumbs up button on the way.
Home run under review. For the time being, it's a double. And it did look like it was below the line.
That ball's 4 inches to the left.
Over the right. Absolutely. Wow. Just missed it. Safe at second. It's a double. For Jazz Chisholm, he had a home run and a triple against the Braves earlier this year in the regular season.
So if the
how many outs are there? One.
Waino, is this the
One out.
for next year?
Bottom of the ninth, 1 out.
Never stop fighting, baby. Never
Second base.
Coming up tonight's NLDS postgame show on FS1
is loaded. First and third are not. Atlanta set at Miami.
With our man KB. We'll have some exclusive interviews for you as
yeah,
well.
it could be a little bit blurry though.
2 outs away from clinching a spot in the NLCS, but the Marlins have a man in scoring position for the first time since the 3rd inning.
But yeah, it says at the very top of the screen.
Right.
Top middle.
There's Rojas.
I'd still be in that dugout over there going, all right, we got a guy on. Here we go. We could do this. We could run through this a little bit. A couple knocks here, a couple knocks there. Maybe more than a couple.
Yeah, you might need more. You might need a few, but
eternal optimist.
Eternal optimism. I love it. I've never felt more balanced in a broadcast.
Under where it says bottom of the ninth, yeah.
Well, Miguel Rojas, while we have a moment, we should probably remember to point out that in this wild, topsy-turvy, up-and-down Marlins season, this is the man at the center of it. Miguel Rojas, the heart and soul of this Miami Marlins team.
He was a real leader during that pandemic, wasn't he? During that time off, I should say.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way in if you haven't already.
That was a crazy time, you know, where all the pitchers were throwing in a net in their yard, and hitters were hitting balls off a tee into a net or whatever they were having to do to try to keep going so they could be ready after spring training.
Ball and 2 strikes on Rojas from Shane Green. Acuna and Pache coming over. It'll be Christian to make the
2
catch.
outs now.
And the Atlanta Braves are 1 out away from a trip to the National League Championship Series. Last time they were in the NLCS, 2001, they had to sweep the Houston Astros. They won twice at Enron Field here in Houston before going back to Old Turner Field and clinching the series. Bobby Cox and Chipper Jones and
1 more out, and it's over.
With Maddox and Glavine and John Smoltz closing
I mean, it's
things
already
out.
over, but like...
Got to the championship series that year. Of course, that was the year that the Diamondbacks would take them down, led by Randy Johnson on their staff. Would end up in the World Series, beating the Yankees. Here's Matt Joyce off the bench to hit in the 8th spot. Last chance for the Marlins.
Ooh. This is 2001, yeah.
Ooh, Darno took a little bit of a spill there. I tripped him on the equipment.
I think he took a foul ball, and the last thing on earth the Braves want to see is him take a foul ball off the old foot.
Oh, powerful enough to actually disrupt the placement of that strap. Knock the strap off of his cleat.
Catchers are tough, man. I'll tell you. I'll give you some credit. Catchers are tough. They put up with a lot of junk.
And we got to put up with pitchers.
Down to the final out, Wado. Down to the final out. AJ plays all 9 innings. 1-1. Hammer to right. Pache is over,
and it's done.
And for the first time in 19 years, the Atlanta Braves have punched their ticket to the National League Championship Series.
For the first time since 2001, Atlanta Braves going to the championship series. Oh, did I just do that? Where did it go? What did I do? Oh, I like grabbed it. I actually grabbed it and I like whipped it down and I was like, where did it go? Go check out our YouTube affiliate partner in crime, AMYAMOR. Go check her out. The link is in the chat. That's the end of the game. Braves, yes. Braves moving on. Whew. Yeah, congratulations to the Braves. Feels like my chest is vibrating. I'm having like little muscle spasms. My diaphragm is kind of like spasming like a little bit, or like my muscle, my upper abdominal muscle is like spasming, so it's like vibrating, and I'm like, please stop. It's like, please. Yes. Appreciate everyone coming in here showing your support. Just talking post game now.
Be back in Calgary for all I know watching this broadcast. They look so good, don't they?
They do, and they're getting contributions from throughout the lineup. Travis d'Arnaud and Dansby Swanson with a great series. But you talk about the pitching and what they did to the Reds in the wild card series. Well, they did it to the Marlins. Two teams that don't quite have the offenses or the lineups that they will see in the championship series, whether it be the Padres or the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's certainly looking like Los Angeles up to, but it'll be a challenge for the pitchers, but they have certainly stepped up. It's Max Fried and Ian Anderson and Kyle Wright, and these guys got a nice 1-2-3 punch. And remember now, going to that championship series with 7 straight games, it could be a challenge, but this is a great bullpen. And when you have a great bullpen in the postseason, you always like your chances. But it's the rotation that has really come together, overcoming those injuries from earlier this season.
The broadcast crew talked about this at length too. Since they were last in the championship
My
series,
father will be here for Fantasy Action Monster Factory Wrestling pay-per-view Saturday at 11-ish a.m. Eastern. Hit the notification bell and watch our community tab for more information on that.
And it's interesting to see some of
Gonna be doing the Washington game this upcoming Sunday, so watch out for that as well.
Last year was reunited from his Blue Jay days with Chad Mottola and seemed to find his stroke as a major league ball player. There are some castaways on this Atlanta team that have made significant contributions. That guy, Freddie Freeman, is not one of them. He's a steady hand at first base. But
yeah, since 2001.
Are signed to a 2-year deal as he was, and make the kind of contribution we've seen from him.
When you hear from guys that caught in the major leagues for a lot of years, and I enjoyed listening to those guys too, because I didn't get a chance to stick around that long, but it takes time, and it took time for Travis d'Arnaud, and oftentimes defenses.
Yeah, it was a very interesting stream
behind the plate. That perhaps he was another one of those catchers that it just took a while to click offensively, but what a nice job he is.
Well, everybody, I'm gonna get some dinner. And then I'm going to go do some university work and have a shower. Oh, no, I can't. I have class in an hour. Damn it. I'd rather shower. I'd rather shower and then... Yeah, I'd rather shower first and then I can just eat. I have class in an hour. Yeah, I'd rather shower and then eat. Or I can eat and then I can shower after I'm done class, which will probably be around 9:30. We'll probably do that. Either way, thank you everybody for joining. That's a me problem. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Don't forget to go smash that thumbs up button. Yeah, smash that thumbs up button on your way out, and I will see you all next time. I pull up in the monster automobile gangster with the bat that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in the Tonka color of Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. First things first, I eat your brains. I'm gonna start rocking gold teeth and fangs, cause that's what a monster do. Hey, just a from Milan, that's a monster do. And I'm all up in the bank with a funny face. And if a fake guy knows got money, really, I don't give a F-U-C-K. Forget Barbie, cause she's fake. On a diet, but I'm packing tea and cheesecake. And I'll say, right, check your child's play. Kind of career, it's a mild day. Pink wig, thick guys getting whiplash. I think big gay guys make a blink fast. I look what you just saw. This bitch is they fall. Thank everybody for joining me, and I will see you here next time on Monster Sports Entertainment. Bye. Say bye, Tripper. Oh, say bye, Tripper. She doesn't know what's going on. She just woke up. Anyways, bye.
Until next time, everybody. Next time, boom shakalaka.